We were just trying to get some M&Ms over here, man.
Punk ass. I mean, I was laid back and everything. Just
They were looking mighty delicious.
I was reading the chat, and I was reading the chat, and when the music stopped, I just kind of has zoned out at that point. I don't even know where I was at.
I'm in M&M land.
I've still got these eBay notifications on my mind. I'm trying to track down one of these books, man. Another one of these books that you just can't find the bastards in high grade, like 9.0 or better.
What books?
I don't want to tell everybody. No. It's Superman 199, First Flash and Superman race.
I think I have that somewhere. I should probably dig it up.
I mean, I've got a low grade copy, but I mean,
yeah, mine's not very high.
I want that 9.0 or better, man, because they just don't exist, you know. Like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm stacking up these books. Y'all keep playing with y'all's modern books. I'm gonna keep on with these Silver Age 9.0 and better white pages.
Well, guys, it's a bad night tonight.
Excited about it.
I was not able to find my Spider-Man t-shirt. Nowhere.
I got a new t-shirt from 19th Letter on Instagram. Check this bad boy out.
Hold on. It doesn't count if you don't show your nipples. Look at you looking all Jim Minty fresh.
That's right. Make sure you use the code Jim Mint at Organic Price Books for 15% off all your orders.
Speaking of which, Organic Price Books, and I'm ordering all mine through Haven now. I somehow still managed to order the same omnibus twice. I got a shipping notification. It's going to be here in a few days. And
yeah,
I think it's actually already sitting here. I don't get it. I give up. So if anybody wants a specific Star Wars omnibus volume 1, let me know.
Idiot. I don't know what I'm going to do about this shirt because I can't iron it because literally the whole shirt, look.
Yeah. Try steaming it.
Front and back. Yeah, I'm going to have to. But it just came in today, and I was like, oh, I got to put this on. I got to put this on, man.
It does look pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was neat. Like, it's not like a wear to the grocery store shirt, but you can bet
every shirt's a wear to the grocery store shirt where you're at.
I'm Comic-Con, baby. I'm going to have a new Mortal Kombat shirt on every time y'all see me out this month.
This is what it's about, though.
Nah. Nope. Not even close.
I'm not thin enough to show my full belly yet.
I don't know what that is, but it's not.
What do you okay. I mean, it's not hard to tell what it is. I mean,
oh, that's, you know what? Michael B. Jordan was talking about liking that bull crap the other day in an interview, and I was like, bro,
my shoulder hurts now.
We don't do that out here, homie. Like,
he's a big anime fan.
Mother effing B. Jordan, man. Don't let me down like that.
Dude, he's massive anime fan.
I know. And it really, really bothered me.
Why? Where do you think the influence for half of his stuff comes from? It's all from
he's
anime.
No longer my hall pass. No longer my hall pass, bro. Sorry.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's say hello to everybody in the chat.
Hey, everybody in the chat. Well, that was quick.
Post M&Ms. What up, Marky Mark and the Marky Bunch?
What's up, Mark?
Kyle, what's happening? Warlord. Bald man.
I sent him a package, a return thank you for those Goosebumps books. I got it back today, and it says that the address I put on there is wrong, when in fact it's the exact. I mean, it's like that's his address. So I'm gonna try it again on Monday. But I was just like, because I've been asking him, like, did you get your package? No. Did you get your package? No. And I'm like, I hope somebody didn't steal this shit off his front porch. And then I get it back in the mail today. I was like, well, damn it.
What up, Trinity?
But I'm glad he's liking the Mortal Kombat shirts I've been wearing. He'll be very happy with the package when he gets it.
What up, Brandon?
What's up, B. Ramey?
Barami. What was it he started to collect recently? I don't remember.
Only Fangirls underwear?
That's why. We're moving on quickly. What up, Bleeker?
What's up, Bleak?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm trying.
I mean, you're not looking this good. I mean,
hold on. The shirt don't fit the biceps no more. Look at that definition. Look at that. Ugh. My bicep literally just cramped. But yeah, look at that. Dustin ain't got none of that. He
No,
may be getting thin,
I don't have any muscle anymore. All mine has disappeared.
but he's not strong anymore.
I can
He's
still
not
whoop that
he's
ass.
not getting the gains like I am.
I still whoop that ass, and you know it.
Dude, I'm like 1 month away from being peak strongest in my life. Ain't that stupid? Like literally,
Not
I
if
bet
that's
you,
your goal.
huh?
Not if that's your goal.
What now?
Not if that's your goal.
No. What I'm saying is like, like in high school, I was at, like winning the
Oh,
weightlifting
okay.
competitions, and that was like my strongest. And I'm not even lifting for strength anymore. Like for strength, it's all about hypertrophy and stuff. But it's just amazing how your body develops when you're 14, 15, 16 to mid to late 20s, like the difference and how quickly. I'm like, geez. I mean, just a few months ago, like I was telling Sky, like literally squatting with the bar, I felt like my what do you call it? Your hamstring. I thought they were going to explode out of my leg. And then last night I was, squatting 3 plates for reps, which is not a lot, but I think my max squat was like 365 or 405, something like that. So yeah.
I think I got.
Anyways.
I don't know. I was 4 plates, and I don't even remember how much else was on there, but yeah, a little over 4 plates was what I was repping last time I was really pushing. But anywho's, nobody gives a shit about that, including me. So let's talk about some comic book stuff.
Ryan, what's happening? What do you mean wifey trashed it? I don't get it.
Oh, I hope he's not talking about his genitals. If he is, then high five, bro. Bam.
Warlord. Sub-Zero or White Ranger. It doesn't matter because they both effing suck.
It's not mismatched. The shirt matches. It's
what up, Flash?
My 19th letter, Mortal Kombat. What do they call those? Blockhead hats that I ordered have not come in yet, but they did redo the old retro Blockhead hats, and I ordered the Sub-Zero, the Scorpion, and I didn't order Raiden because I was not feeling the color they chose for it. They didn't go with the original color, and I wasn't feeling the new color. It's like a turquoise, so didn't go with that one. But those are coming in, and they'll look good with this, with Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Don't nobody give a damn about that.
Oh yeah, lots of people do.
What up, Empire? Congratulations on the big win on the subs.
Sir, yes, sir.
I know the feeling. It's amazing.
That right there,
soak it in.
My man right here hitting 1,000 shows that collecting comic books based on nostalgia is still cool. Like people like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all been giving me hell about it for years, but my man right here, he does this. He does it even. He probably shows more of it than I do, and he's still growing, and we're not. So congratulations, Empire.
You know what's crazy is not Josh Allen was like, boy, we grew like 40 subs this month. I said, hell yeah, we're negative 14 this month.
Yeah,
not literally, but I think
I remember when our analytics showed growth and not like everything is down and dwindling and you guys suck, and it's just basically telling you to give up.
It's just telling you if you don't, like, the second they started doing shorts, their stuff took off. I'm like, I still refuse.
I mean, I've done a few, but
I'm this close to no longer refusing, but I just hate the fact that that's the way we have to grow.
Well,
there was months there where it was like
we're not putting out regular content anymore either. So, I mean, might as well.
Well, the regular content didn't work for the last 6 months anyways. So I guess it is short.
In the video we put out this week, like I even said in the beginning of the video, like this is going to be a long video because I've got a big stack of comics, and I'm just trying to do a video to show you guys these books that have come in because I haven't had time to record them.
Yeah.
And I still get a comment of like, first time watching, I liked the video, but my God, it was just a little too long-winded. I'm like, sorry, I warned you. There's a fast forward.
Well, so here's the thing. We got so many comments about negative stuff with the video.
Yeah,
like it was too long, lighting and audio.
Yeah.
I'm like, none of it. I mean, and I honestly, like, I'm thinking none of it. I don't think looked bad or anything, but I just am honestly happy people are commenting.
The slabs, like I couldn't. I was holding the way I was, so we wouldn't get glare on them.
Yeah,
and because then you'd be hollering about the glare. But as far as the audio, I thought the audio was fine. But I mean,
honestly, though, I'm not even mad. I just appreciate you guys if you're watching it, and that was you.
Yeah,
I mean, appreciate you guys watching it
long enough. If you're watching it long enough to even
you.
leave me a shit comment, like that's totally fine. Like it's
I
not that it bothered us or hurt our feelings at all. It was just like, well, and if there was anything wrong in that video, let's be honest, it was like a 25-minute video before Nick chopped it down and edited it. I wasn't recording that shit again. Like that was a one-shot thing. So, and then I realized, like, I don't know if I didn't put it in the video or Nick chopped it out, but the Batman 232 was still sitting on the table. First Ra's al Ghul. I don't know if I just didn't show it in that video or
I
if
didn't
was
see
gonna
it.
do another video or what, but yeah,
I can
so
pull it up, but
that
I
was
don't.
supposed to be in there. No, it's good. It's no problem. Like that was supposed to be in there. That's going to be another video though, because I mean I got to crack that open. It's a 5.0 that I'm gonna probably get to like a 8.590. So
Nope, the very last book was Batman. That was a 9.8, and then before that was the Batman with the crazy logo.
okay, so yeah, then I probably was thinking I probably had it there because I was like, no, I'm gonna put it in this video, but then I probably had the thought of, well, I'll do a video separate for when I crack it and do all that. So
Yeah, because I'm looking right now. Is it green cover?
yeah, it's
Okay,
laying on the
yeah. So at the very last frame,
yeah,
you
so
can
I'm
see
saying
it kind
you
of
can see
off
it
to the
laying on
right side of the
table.
frame,
Yeah.
and you never pick it up.
Yeah, so I didn't know if I just decided not to
Yeah.
pick it up or what, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably what happened. I just decided to do a separate video with that one because I know I'm gonna crack it open.
Yeah.
and-
Look, your son who's 9 is awesome. Tell him to stop after Boruto. Don't let him get into Boruto. Naruto is really cool. I enjoyed it. It was kind of my segue into anime, I guess. Like one of the first few I watched. Pretty good. My sister actually got me this shirt. I thought it was going to be too small, and it's not. So
not on
that's
the
cool.
top half.
Not the top half, at least. The bottom, we're still working through. My belly isn't out though, so that's all that matters. Happy birthday, Cap'n.
That was a cheap shot. Sorry.
I don't care. What up,
Sorry.
Steve? Steve?
What's up, Steve? What's going on, bud?
Alan.
Dude, sorry. That's all I can say.
What
It's
a
been-
garbage.
Like this week has sucked. Like
Why
literally,
you sat at
if
your
you
desk
take-
and did
if you take all the ass in the world, that's what this week sucked. Yours,
Why?
mine, and everybody else's.
all you did was sit at the desk and
I didn't even dude, I couldn't even sit at a desk. Like my back's so messed up. If I sit for more than like an hour, I start getting this like really bad pain, like right around my middle of my rib cage on my back, and I can't stand up, I can't sit down, I can't lay down. It takes my
Dude.
breath away. And so that started kicking in about day 2. And I have to put 7.5 hours a day in on this. And by the time I got done with day 1, I had made it to the 11th section out of 60.
yeah.
Now they wanted me to be done with this by Friday morning. I get 7.5 hours in, and I got to 11 out of 60. And I'm sitting here like, this doesn't add up. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. So then the next day I get to 21, and I'm like, okay, if I'm doing 10, 11 a day, I'm not going to be able to finish. So Tuesday night, your boy found every answer to every quiz, every test, and the final exam. So I just sat there the rest of the week, and as soon as it let me click next, I clicked next. So by the time I finished Wednesday, I was actually all the way to number 50. So I went from 21 to 50 on Wednesday. Thursday, I was actually completely finished with the entire thing before lunchtime. But to show you how little it actually mattered, whether or not I retained any information, like all they want to know is, did you pass and are you certified now? You have to have a 70% to pass the test and get certified. It's a 100-question test. Well, at some point, computer froze, something happened. I don't know. I had to back out of the test. So I try to go back in and it says test completed. I'm like, what the hell? I know I didn't do all the questions. So I email our safety manager. They email the website and they come back. They're like, no, he scored a 76. I was like, no. I was like, I didn't even answer all the questions. And they're like, well, it shows you passed. You got a 76. So you're good. Just, you still have like 6.5 hours you have to spend on the website just reviewing, but you passed the test. And I'm like, so y'all don't even care that I got a 76, and y'all don't even care that I didn't even see all the questions. We just jumping through the hoop. Y'all could have just told me that from day one, dadgummit. Like I'm sitting here thinking this mattered.
Oh Lord.
But after 15 years of sitting in safety meetings, listening to these people say the same thing over and over and over again, there was literally nothing that I learned in that course anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to Lexington. Abso-freaking-lutely. I hope you got the hotel room booked, right?
I've had it booked for
Okay. I thought so. That's why I didn't ask
quite
you.
some time.
But I was just making sure. If anybody's going to Lexington and you have not bought tickets yet,
You should have already done it.
yeah, you should have already. We had to buy 4-day passes because
What
they
up,
were
Chris?
sold out of 3-day passes, and we're only going to be there for 3 days, so had to pay an extra like $75 for passes for a day that we're not even going to be there just so we could go. And that was during the last week of it being discounted prices. So now they're not discounted prices anymore. Now you have to pay more, and yeah, those tickets are selling out quick. So Black Swamp Comics, what's going on? I think
What
Black
up?
Swamp hit a milestone this week too. I heard.
Oh wow, you're so funny, Chris. You're welcome. Welcome, Empire. You suck, Justin. Are you joining
I don't
tonight or
even-
not?
That shit just still hurts my damn feelings that he ain't going. It's like he doesn't even give a shit.
Doesn't even care about us.
Like we don't matter anymore. Nothing.
What up, Noshi Nosh? See, I can't say it regular. I can't be like, "Hello, Nosh. How are you?"
What's up, man?
It's
No, I'm not.
Nosh.
I'm not forklift certified. I am a certified OSHA 300 personnel now, or OSHA 30 personnel now. So
Your wife. There's many other reasons your wife wants to leave you. It's not this one. I don't think that came out right how I intended it to. That sounded way more harsh than I wanted it to.
But you know, I can see Justin hearing that and going,
I mean, he's probably like, he's not wrong.
no, safety does not really matter. Not at all.
What up, Raymond? You know, it's we have each other and a brother and a sister, and it's okay. It sounds bad too, don't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Anywho's. All right, guys. So,
Yeah, I haven't forgot about you, Nosh. So my CGC account is not just my CGC account. It's me and like 4 other guys use it. And in order to get you the full price you're asking for, including the grading prices, I actually have to enter them into the system as a submission. And I have not been able to do that because these guys have had submissions sitting there incomplete that they have not finished yet. And you cannot start a new one until those are complete. So I haven't even been able to submit books this week for any of my other customers either. So I'm still waiting on them to get that handled and finish their submissions so that I can get in there and do that. So I do apologize. I could have at least done you the courtesy and decency of letting you know what the holdup was, but I did not. So F me. And I do apologize. I will send you a $100 gift certificate in the mail.
So everybody else message him, ask for stuff, and when he doesn't respond, now you're gonna get $100 gift.
Dude, it's been a crap week, man. I had an ASM 41 that, I mean, this thing's beautiful. Like it's north of a 7.5. Beautiful book, and I put it in the economy tier. I put a lot of stuff in economy tier week before last. And I noticed this week when they finally opened the package. Oh, you didn't fast track that. Way to go, stupid. Good luck seeing that one within a year. So now I have that ASM 41 that I really wanted to get back and try to get it moved before Lexington and Heroes. And I probably won't even get it back before Lexington next year. So that's great. I told my wife, I was like, one of two things will happen though. Like the book will either go up significantly before I get it back, and maybe it'll be a good thing, or it won't be worth jack shit. And hey, I'll be even more upset with myself. So we will see. We will see. So what was the issue with submitting my books for the signing? No idea, dude. No idea. I literally tried every day until I don't know. I didn't get anything submitted this week, so it had to been week before last. I finally was able to get one to work, but I mean, no idea what was going on. I emailed them, I called them, I left messages on their Instagram posts. Nothing. They do not answer. Nothing. So I couldn't even tell you what the hell the problem was. But every time you would click to do a signature series, it would just default to regular submission. And I tried it on my laptop. I tried it on my wife's computer, tried it on my phone, everything.
Oh,
What are you laughing about?
nothing. I just got Justin though.
Oh, okay. If you need a loan
Got
for
him.
Lexington, my interest rates are very reasonable. I don't think I'll need a loan. I mean, I appreciate it though, but yeah, I think I'll be okay. Lexington's not. I don't really anticipate a whole lot to be purchased at Lexington. I say that, but I've spent no less than at least $1,000 the last 2 years that I've went. So
Oh man, I got Justin so good. He asked for a link to join, so I sent him a link, but it was a link of a site that somebody like Bub Comics might spend a lot of time on. I just typed it, put it into a tiny URL.
he said, "You mother effer!" I clicked that link.
Oh man. Oh my gosh, I love it.
That's
So
one thing I wish CGC would work on. Like they're doing really good on turnaround times for everything.
Yeah.
Did you tell everybody what you did?
No, but your video looks terrible.
Are you sure it's just not me?
Yeah, maybe. Hold on.
Maybe he's got a virus now.
He probably does have a virus.
Yeah.
What happens when you go to spankmedaddy.com?
Ugh.
Don't act like you didn't bookmark it for later.
I hope your wife like somehow happens to fall across that in your search history. Hello, Justin. And I didn't even send the graphic one.
You know, there was a preview that popped up in the email. I could have just looked at it, but no, I was just like, oh, link, click.
Yep. Yep.
Well, he did try to send you to a strip club when you were going to his house. So, I mean, at this point, I think you would anticipate the booby traps. Literally.
Literal booby traps.
You know, I'm just naive enough to believe that you have my best interests at heart.
How do you
No,
know
that is me.
So you're,
all
do
I'm
not
saying?
do not get us mixed up, Justin. I mean, I am the guy who has always had your back and taken care of you at every turn. Nick is the one who has tried to ruin you at every turn.
All I'm saying
for his own
is
amusement.
there was a lot worse
He's
things I
not.
could have sent. A lot worse.
Yeah, he's got them all saved too.
A lot worse.
But yeah,
Guys, if you don't know, this individual below is Justin Birch. He is a comic book professional. He's only allowed to associate with us every once in a while, but tonight's one of those nights.
why am I here?
Because you love us.
No, I was going to play video games and then go to sleep.
Regardless of what you think, I think you still love us.
I mean, you guys are staying with me at Heroes, right?
I mean,
We're gonna eat a lot of potbellies, right?
oh hell yeah.
is that what you're calling it?
See, this is why you're sleeping on the floor.
Oh man, hell no, dude! I'm snuggling with somebody.
It ain't gonna be me.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna be snuggled.
No.
Snuggle. So he's going to be at C2E2. When you go by, you know, bring him something really fun to sign, like Zombie Tramps or something.
Don't touch his hair.
No, I'm gonna have a haircut by then.
Why,
be
dude?
gone.
You need to get that shit braided, bro.
I want to get a mohawk, but then Liz says that I can't because I have to be a trophy husband.
No, I think you should definitely go with braids, like straight cornrows.
I mean, if we're being honest, the gray fro isn't really much for a trophy husbandy.
Well, I also add the part about the trophy husband.
Oh, okay.
If I pay for it and find somewhere for you to go, would you do the braids?
Cornrows?
Yeah.
No.
He couldn't. He'd be kicked out of comic books. Somebody I'm not gonna say who, but somebody might yell at him for like cultural appropriation or something.
I was thinking like we could do it when we're at Heroes, but then I remembered like I'm immediately leaving Heroes to go to the beach.
Dude,
Oh
that
my-
would be so sick.
And you don't tell your wife. You just guys drop comments. Justin
Just
with
show
corn-
up, and you're just like,
like little Bow Wow cornrows.
"Oh, babe."
Now is it cornrows or corn rolls?
I think if you have to ask that question, you shouldn't be getting them.
I'm not getting them.
Yeah, see, I have to ask the same question, which is why I'm not getting them.
Okay, if you're not going to do the corn rolls,
Again,
do the Joe
Justin,
Dirt
you
mullet.
have me to take care of you, and I'm your in, bro.
Get the Joe Dirt mullet,
Oh yeah, you could do a mean mullet.
I
and then
could.
do one of those stupid earrings that kids are doing now.
Get it faded on the sides, and then yeah,
Like the Theo Von mullet.
yeah, that'd be cool. Anyway,
Yeah, I was about to say. Anyways, let's
yeah.
talk about some things here real quick before Justin abandons us.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some.
Look what I got. Look what I got. I'm so happy.
don't care.
I'm amazing.
It's not.
It tastes so good. It tastes amazing.
No, that's dumb.
Oh, I was trying to kiss it. It's not going to work that way, is it? There we go. What'd you guys get? You guys pick up anything new? Anything fun?
I did.
Go ahead.
So let's see. I thought this was a sweet cover. I guess I pre-ordered it a long time ago.
A
I
long
thought the
time
8-bit
ago.
8-bit cover there was pretty cool. It was advertised to be a virgin cover. I hate when they do that and you can't tell if it's going to be a virgin or if it's going to have a trade dress. It doesn't tell you. It doesn't show a trade dress, but it ends up having one. But anyway, it still ended up being pretty sweet, I thought, even though the camera is stupid and won't focus, and I hate it, and I wish it would just die. I mean, this camera just refuses to focus. But anyway, there you go. Cool little you got Tommy with the little music notes there, so that was cool. And I had another one of these Megazord packs, which had all those special variants for the big keys in the Boom Studios runs, including number 1 of each series, First Draken, First Ranger Slayer, Death of Tommy. All that was in here, so that was pretty cool. I got these little puppies in, which got a sweet deal from Nickel and Dime. No. Rob Buys Comics. Rob Buys Comics on Instagram. Picked these up off of Elite Comics sale this week during AtCon, which has been super cool, man. If you guys weren't paying attention to AtCon, man, there was some cool stuff on there. ASM 1 sold on there. And I think it had 8 covers. 8 cover TMNT number 1 third printing. And it sold for under, I think it sold for under 10 grand. And that made me sick because 8 covers on a TMNT 1, even a third print, dude, for under 10 grand, that's crazy. If one of those covers, if that book grades a 9.8, like it's a $10,000 book as it is as a 9.8, but with 8 covers, get out of town. So anyway, so I picked this up off of one of the AtCon claim sales with Rob Buys Comics. So we've got that John Wick, and then we've got this guy here. This one I think I can hit a 9.8 on. The other one probably not, but I paid $30 for the 2 as a pair, and that is incredible considering what these sell for. So awesome there. And then I bought this on a Facebook claim sale just because it was the freaking coolest cover, man. I just thought this was super sweet, dude. Brave and the Bold. What was this issue? Yeah, I almost said 97. Issue 87 of Brave and the Bold, the Widowmaker. But you got Batman in this badass race car, man. He's racing this guy. I just love this. I've just gotten to where I'm such a huge fan of this artwork on these Batman and Detective and the World's Finest, Brave and the Bold in this era. Just super, super awesome artwork. So picked that up as well. I think I paid like $4 for that. So I was like, man, just for a cover buy, that's pretty cool. Got this guy back in from CGC. I think I actually picked this up off of Rob Buys Comics on Instagram Elite Claim Sale for like $40. Jonah Hex #1. And
That's cool.
like 9-2 white pages. So that was right about what I was expecting. It's just got a couple of little things that just could not be helped that were really holding it back from getting 9.4 or higher. So still thought that was a pretty sweet grab for, I've got less than $75 in it, and pretty neat. And then today I went by the Second and Charles. Now, last time I went to Second and Charles, I picked up Avengers 8 for like $520. Ended up grading a 4.5. Today I went in there and guess what they had? Not a damn thing. They didn't have shit. Not one damn good comic book in there worth a damn, man. I was pissed. But I did find the Goosebumps finally. I was like, there's no way in this big store there's not one Goosebumps book anywhere. And I did find them. Didn't get any of the originals that I'm missing, which I'm only down to like 13 now. But I did pick up a couple others. So you've got Deep Trouble Deep Trouble Volume 2. This was a reprinting. And yeah, this is a 4th edition of this reprint. So I thought that was cool.
You need to make sure you're buying them all now because Scholastic is going back and editing them to make them more culturally appropriate.
Oh boy. Night of the Living Dummy #3, which is also a reprint with a new cover. And I thought that was super cool. I already have the original of that. And then I got Horrorland issue #1, which was super cool to find. And this guy here is a what edition was it? I think this was 5th edition. So, but thought that was pretty neat to pick up the Horrorland #1. And then I picked up this guy right here. Goosebumps Hall of Horrors Special Edition, the 5 Masks of Dr. Scream. Don't know what that is, but I just really thought it looked neat. So I'll have to read it and check it out. And the 3rd installment of the Haunted Mask series.
That looks like a Green Goblin. That's cool.
Wanted the Haunted Mask. So pick that one up as well. And I think this is actually a 1st edition, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, 11. So not even close. But regardless, so picked up a few more Goosebumps today. I'm working on a deal with a guy on Facebook in one of the Goosebumps groups because, of course, there's Goosebumps groups, right, where people buy, sell, trade, everything Goosebumps. So I'm actually probably about to have all of my original 62 complete. Not all 1st editions, but I'm not even going to try for that because it just gets really dumb in price. So I'll just be happy to have them all and be able to read them to my kid and enjoy that. This weekend, I let him watch the Jack Black Goosebumps movie, the 1st one. Now, when it first came out, I did not like it. I was like, this is not my Goosebumps, bro. Like, this is very corny and very kiddie and very appropriate for my 7-year-old who loved it, which changed my mind after I watched it with him because I was like, you know what? There's no way I could let him watch my Goosebumps because my Goosebumps is probably something I shouldn't have been watching at the age I was because they are so messed up. But so we watched that one and then we rented the 2nd one and he watched that. So
they did 2 of those?
Yeah, Jack Black. Yeah, they're coming out with a 3rd one as well.
Did not know that.
But after watching it with him, I was like, it does have a little bit of the nostalgia factor there, but it also bridges the gap between, the stuff I liked as a kid and bringing my kid into the fold so much so that he's just like, he's in love with it now. He is absolutely like over the moon with it right now. So that was super, super cool seeing him getting excited about something that I enjoyed.
Like super cool.
Hopefully another year. So I'll be able to start reading these books to him without him having nightmares. Cause yeah, he's kind of a wimp.
Justin, what'd you pick up?
How's my mic? Am I okay?
Yes, you sound lovely.
Cool.
Oh, he's going into a box.
Man, that was kind of a shit-eating grin he gave you. I caught that. He was like, cool. Now watch what I'm about to pull out this box, bitch.
I just can't believe you called your kid a wimp.
Oh, he knows it.
Oh,
Have I read The Last Ronin Lost Years? No, I would not give that series 8 seconds of my time, much less my money. There's no chance in hell I would check that out.
are the
Kevin
John Wicks?
Eastman and IDW together have absolutely ruined the Ninja Turtles, so that's been great.
The John Wicks books
Yes.
worth?
The number ones are actually very pricey, especially this one and this one in 9.8. They are very hefty, very hefty. So, I mean, if you're looking to sell them and you don't want to like spend the time and effort to get them graded, like, hit me up.
I
Shouldn't
wonder,
be this hard to get a book out.
but is it well protected? That's all that matters.
All right, so I got X-Men Annual number 3.
It's a little blurry. I don't know
Hold
why
on.
your stuff's so blurry.
Hold on, let me take it out of the bag.
No, it's not you. It's your your internet. Or
Take it
something.
back to like we're all the same size. 'Cause it
Yeah.
seems like that makes him look better.
I don't know. That's weird.
All right, so we got X-Men Annual 3
Sick.
and an 8.0 signed by
Christopher?
Mr. George Perez.
Oh, I was gonna say Perez.
And
That's cool,
the
dude.
reason why I got this is because it's cover art by Frank Miller.
Oh.
So we're going to send it into the Frank Miller signing and have a Frank Miller, George Perez signed book.
That's cool. That is
That
very
is sick.
cool, man.
That's a good idea.
I like that. Absolutely. Super cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent that that Jurassic Park book in for Frank Miller. I'm hoping nobody else sends one in because I like the idea of like him signing like Batman after Batman after Batman. Oh, Wolverine after Wolverine after Wolverine after Wolverine. Oh my God, look, it's Punisher. There's another Punisher. There's another fucking dinosaurs. I don't remember doing this. This is cool as shit. Oh, this is it'll be memorable for him, amongst the sea of the same books with the Daredevil and the Wolverines and the Punishers and the Batman Dark Knights. Like, it's gonna be like Todd McFarlane with the ASM 300s, the Hulk 340, the Batman and the Spawn and the Spider-Man ones. Like, it's got to be a breath of fresh air to see something different coming in. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it and they really don't give a shit. All they see is cha-ching, cha-ching.
He probably don't even care. You're probably lucky if it's
you
white.
want it in green?
Red.
Black, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Sorry, dude, I don't have time to reach in the bucket that's right beside me and give you green so it'll actually show up on your book. I wanted to do a Frank Miller remark, but it was like $340.
Oh,
And the examples they showed was like a bunch of Batmans and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if those are examples or if those are like, these are what he will do. Because if I pay $340 for a remark and he puts freaking Batman on my Jurassic Park book, I'm going to have to find where he lives because we're going to have a problem. So I just decided to negate the whole situation, just pay the ridiculous price to get this man sign this book and let it go. You know what? He's I think he costs more than McFarlane does.
What's his price?
It's over 130, I believe.
yeah, that is more.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm on their site. I can just look real quick.
And guys, we're about to talk about why Nick is no longer reading comic books.
Well, just in general, like all
Ooh,
three of us.
140.
So, but he doesn't go anywhere anymore, I don't think, like as far as cons and stuff.
No, because last
Uh,
time he tried to go somewhere, everybody had a damn fit and freaked out about it.
He was
Why?
at Baltimore this past year.
Oh, was he?
What did everybody have a fit about?
Because he made a book about killing terrorists. And again, I'm being like very, like,
What's wrong
just
with
summing it up. Years ago.
When did that become a bad thing?
There's a lot more people have put a lot more into it, but yeah. But like he was supposed to go. What is the one, Justin, over in the UK? that
I
people do?
watched the 9/11 documentary like a month
uh,
ago. I'm all about it.
Thought Bubble.
Yeah, and people freak the f out. But you
What
know how
about
it
the
is. On
Thought
Twitter.
Bubble?
That's
What?
actually a great name for a con.
Yeah, Thought Bubble.
We should start one called Word Balloon.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, but I think with the new slang terms nowadays, that could be construed as like a stripper convention, though, Nick.
Word balloon.
No, the other one.
Thought. Oh no, it's like thinking.
I
I
know.
see what you're saying though. Okay. It took me a second. Like, what do you mean thought?
People showing up like, oh, this is great, dude. There's not even glitter on the floor.
Oh Lord. Yeah, Justin. Start up the Justin Birch word balloon con. Only people invited are cool people.
So I'm not even allowed to go.
I was
No,
gonna
you're
say,
cool because you
like,
don't complain on Twitter about stupidness.
That's because I don't have time.
Exactly. You're still cool. I
If I
did
had
get
time, watch out. Yeah, I'd complain about everything.
Justin be like, these mother effers at the taco place didn't give me enough lettuce.
Speaking
All
of
right.
that, I went to Taco Bell earlier to get some cheesy Fiesta potatoes, right?
Ooh.
So all it
Ugh.
is potatoes with cheese and sour cream, and I don't even get the sour cream. I scooped that
Ugh.
off. Okay, I don't know when potatoes became oof, but
Ugh. It just Taco Bell and potatoes and food from the
Taco Bell has an excellent breakfast. I don't care what anyone says.
nah, I just like the potatoes. So I go in there to get the potatoes, right? And I get the potatoes, and I go over to get a fork, and they've got 3 bins of plastic silverware. I pull one out of the first bin. Oh, it's a knife. Okay, no problem. Pull one out of the second one. Oh, it's a knife. Wait, I probably grabbed. Somebody probably stuck the wrong thing in there. Knife, 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 knife. Go to the third one. Knife, 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 knife. What in the hell is going on? So I go to the counter. Ma'am, can I please have a fork? Oh, we don't have any. I was like, oh, well, way to make up for that by filling all 3 bins up with knives and driving customers absolutely crazy, because that was a great idea.
No, man, you get 3 of those. You put them in your hand, and you just.
I'm like, why wouldn't you just like fill one bin up with knives? So somebody's like, oh, they must be out of the others. Like,
Nah,
no,
dude.
I'm sitting here pulling up 50 damn things, trying to. I literally just grabbed the whole thing, and I was like, nope, those are all knives. Okay.
No, dude, if you're gonna fail hard as hell. Just ruin everything.
That's a pat on the back. At least you tried.
Yeah.
Right.
She wasn't
did.
lazy.
Right.
She at least filled up boxes.
Oh,
I
and let's
would have
talk
went and
about
asked her to
this.
buy a cookie and give it to her.
So there was a guy that broke men's restroom etiquette with me today.
Ugh.
And if I didn't have both hands on myself, I probably would have punched him directly in the face. So going to racetrack, because I had drank like 5 bottles of water in the last hour and a half, and I had to go. Walk in, all 3 urinals are open, right? So what do? Go all the way to the last urinal. You step in, and I'm going. Guy walks in, skips the first one, goes straight to the middle one right beside me, then looks directly over the stall at my face and says, hey, man, how's your day going? What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Okay. So
Like, I don't need you to ask me how my day's going. If we're just passing each other in the grocery store, you're going to look over at my dick and ask me how my day's going. I'll be damn. I was pissed. I was like,
He
what the hell
probably
is
saw it
wrong
and was
with
like,
you?
this dude's probably living a bad life. It's so small. Let me at least ask how he's doing today.
It was just like number
He's
one, I
like-
was already pissed off.
He's probably like, if
Dude
my dick
came
was that
stood
small,
right
I'd probably just off myself. Let me just see how he's doing today.
Like, I was already pissed that he come and stood next to me. Now you're gonna look over and talk to me.
No,
Like, is
No.
this the guy that sits down in the stall next to you and starts laughing and then holds his phone under the door? Hey, man, look at this, dude. This is hilarious. Like, I had a guy ask me for toilet paper one time, and I was, hell no.
no, the
sit
toilet
there-
paper thing I totally get. I would have
No.
done the same thing probably.
And I would have told you the same thing I told him. Nah, bro, when I'm done, you can come in here.
You would have had seriously. That's kind of rude.
Kind of rude?
Come on, look. All you had to do was throw a roll like some toilet paper under
No.
or over.
No.
It's
No.
karma, dude.
No. Mm-mm. No. See, it's like I tell Carl all the time at work. You know, somebody walks by, he just has this need. How about it, bud? How's it going, bud? Good morning. Good morning.
Ugh.
Or if I'm working, people walking by, good morning, good morning. I'm like, why? What is it that makes you think that you have to say good morning to me when you walk past? I do not need you to talk to me when you walk past me. There's literally no written rule that says that has to happen. But if I don't say it back, I'm an asshole. It's like, well, You're the one that took it upon yourself to put yourself in this situation to think that I even wanted to talk to you in the first place.
That is, I just can't get. I just picture he looked over, saw how terrible it was. Was like, this guy probably lives a rough life as small as it is. Let me just see how he's doing today.
No, he didn't like look like, but he like literally like leaned up, like, dude, I don't need to see your face for you to hear you talk. Number one. But yeah, I walked out and Amanda was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "This son of a bitch."
He tried to be nice to me in the bathroom.
Like, God
Yeah, that's
almighty, dude.
This dude had the gall, Justin, to ask a man how nice or how are you doing.
I mean, do you not understand what I'm saying, Justin? Like, would
Okay,
you not
so-
be thrown if some stranger walked right up next to you, knowing good and damn well you don't stand in the urinal next to the dude that's pissing already if there's another one open, and then just gonna start talking to you like we gonna like talk about the ball game?
You're
in the
buddies,
center.
dude.
So I have one exception to the 1-3-5 rule, and that's if the first one is one of those short ones.
Okay, sure, absolutely, absolutely,
Because then I feel like I'm just peeing on my ankles,
yeah.
right?
That's what I should have done to him. How's my day going? Better than yours, because guess what? I'm pissing on you. I should have pissed on his damn shoes.
I've never seen somebody get so thrown out of shape for like I get but it's not like he was like looking. He was just, how are you, man?
Nah, this man had to make
He's gonna
eye
get
contact.
just torn up mad about it.
Wait,
Had to make eye contact. I didn't even wash my damn hands. I just rolled up out of there. I was like, nah.
the moral of the story, what I'm getting from all of this is that Dustin really hates it when people are nice to him.
Yeah.
Especially in the bathroom.
Any of you some bitches sees me at a Comic-Con, you best not say shit to me in the bathroom. You wait till I come out.
Look, if anybody's at Lexington, make it your life goal to track Dustin down in the restroom. And get as close as you can. Touch him. Nudge him while he's at the stall. Because I believe Lexington, they don't have like, if I remember right, they don't have spacers. So like try to nudge him, smack him on the ass. Something.
Yeah, make sure to lick the back of his ear too.
Get real close up to him and just whisper in his ear.
Nope. I'm gonna drown you in the ice trough. I swear to God. I'll hold you under till the damn bubbles stop.
I swear to God, if I had just an insane amount of money, I would throw something out there. Like I'll give out like $500 to somebody who whispers in Dustin's ear at the stall. I'm not doing that, but I think that
Yes,
would be-
Nosh. Yes, absolutely. That, and it's always some just lumpy mashed potato looking old bastard that wants to stand right there in front of you, just ass naked, straight out the shower, still dripping, and have a conversation like I want to talk to you. I'm trying to tie my shoes, dude. You are literally dripping wet. Water.
Speaking
off
of,
your
I'm just
balls
trying to
and
look
then
as good as
talking to me.
Nosh does. You know what I mean? Trying to get jacked. Trying to get my Nosh on. Fill up my Naruto shirt.
Bro, you ain't got the complexion to look as pretty as Nosh.
Oh man. Joker's, well, I mean, I guess it was jacked. I don't know anymore, right? Maybe he is. Who knows?
Who, Nosh?
Yeah.
Oh no, like
I'm
once
laughing
you
my
get
head off
once you
inside.
get to that level that Nosh is at, like you don't even have to try no more. Like you just it just builds in your sleep at that point.
And
And yes, if you want to have conversations, you know, there are places for it. But if I
specifically
don't
in
know
Dustin's.
you and you're
All right,
not
so we should
talking to me
probably
about a
talk
comic book.
books.
Yeah, like if he would have been talking about comics, like I probably like after we were done, like we could have picked up that conversation. But like if you're just how's your day going, like I just take that as, oh, so you're just trying to be an asshole and piss me off. Okay.
Oh my god, so funny. Funniest thing in the world. I'm just
Oh, right on, some dude. Right on.
Kyle,
You-
having a good night, man.
If you need them pressed or cleaned or anything, when I should be hopefully opening back up for submissions in week after next, I'm hoping so. But
See, you and Dustin
yeah.
would fit in well together at a convention or something together. You'd walk
Yes.
up, just
Yes,
and
like-
not say a word.
yes,
and
we
just
could
be
lit-
totally happy.
we could walk around all day together, not say two damn words, and it's cool.
And Dustin would be like, I
And
like
it'd
the
just
shit
been a
out of that
great day.
guy.
It'd just been a great day.
Dustin would be like, I really should hang out with him more. He was great.
That's why I like Ryan. Because Ryan don't like to talk to nobody neither.
I know.
Like me and Ryan get along because, like, the only time we do talk to each other, we're usually giving each other shit, and there's like middle finger emojis and stuff like that. But
So funny.
there's no need for senseless conversation 9 times out of 10.
It's like the Midwestern goodbye. Everybody hates that.
My wife's like, "Oh, but if it's about comic books, you'll sit and talk to somebody." I said, "Well, that's different. I like that shit, but I don't give a damn how your day's going. If your day's
Speaking of
going
which-
great because you found some awesome comic books, then that's another thing."
So at Lexington Con, just walk up to Dustin while he's peeing at the stall, whisper in his ear some sweet nothings about comic books.
Oh no,
I'll
that
tell you.
doesn't count because that whole weekend's about comics, so
Be like,
it can wait.
no, you walk up to him and you just be like, "Oh yeah, did you see that awesome Batman one out there? It was so hot." And just be really weird about it.
Yeah, don't.
All right.
don't be weird. Please don't be
I
weird.
swear to God, that would be the funniest thing ever. But somebody let me know so I can record it.
Oh, so now we're going to record me.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome. This is great.
recording Dustin whilst getting sweet nothings whispered into his ear.
Hmm.
At Le-
I already
dude,
hate going in public bathrooms because for some reason, none of y'all know how, even at adulthood, how to hit the freaking hole. So, you're constantly just standing in puddles.
So at Huntsville though, I need Josh to just like as soon as you start to go into the bathroom, run after you, wait till you're in the stall, and then just swallow you in his shirt.
Oh, no, because then I'll think I'm getting raped and I'll kill him.
Oh my God! All right, let's talk about comic books while Justin is here.
Oh, about that.
You better not leave. We just
I
started
thought
talking
he was
comic
just going to
books.
go click.
He did.
Yep.
Lame.
Mhm.
I hope whenever if he does try to join back, he clicks the wrong link again.
Oh,
man.
man. Oh, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, me.
Well, that was an hour's worth of absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, it was quite funny though.
Nothing.
Y'all remember when Justin was going to be a YouTuber?
Yeah, I knew he didn't have it in him.
He needs to get back on there. All right, guys, comic books. Look, Nosh said it's good to see you, and then he's gone. Y'all go harass that man, Justin. If y'all see him in the bathroom, just whisper sweet nothings to him. All right, so comic books. I'm not reading them
Oh,
anymore.
can I give an update to something I talked about last week?
Yeah, go ahead.
Remember I told y'all about last week? I told y'all that old Mr. Biggie Shack was talking all that smack, and he got his ass whacked last night. That's right. So if you guys missed out on Tony Sanders' The Hunt, I am still the champion. I am still the man. Biggie Shack is nothing, just like he will always be as long as I am around. So just wanted to give an update there. He tried, but come on now. Come on now.
Lame.
He got a couple pity votes, but it's me. You know what I'm saying?
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Hey, Chris, it don't matter, bro. Vin Diesel, you know what I'm saying? You know what he said.
All about family. not the appropriate one.
No, but that threw me. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
What up, Jeffrey Comic-Con?
Uh-oh, what's up, Jeffrey?
What up, John? You missed all the fun talk, man. We were talking about bathrooms and stalls and sweet nothings in people's ears. Highly encourage you to rewind and watch it.
John's another one that hit a big milestone recently. I think he hit 18 subs. Good job, man.
I cannot believe this stupid video is doing that good with that dumb thumbnail.
I'm totally kidding, John. I hope that made him laugh.
No, he probably got mad. What up, Flash Ray? What's happening? I think we
What's up,
should
what's up?
actually talk about some real comic books.
Yeah.
And what I have all of these comic books, all these omnibuses, my iPad full of thousands and thousands of comic books. I'm just not reading them. Haven't been for like a month and a half, probably closer to 2 full months without reading more than maybe 4 or 5 comic books. Total.
Like a day or overall?
Overall, like in a 2-month
Okay,
period.
okay. That's still more than I've read. I mean, I've got all my Walking Dead omnibus that I've been working on. I finally finished one of them, and I was doing really well on the second one. I was still reading through the Fantastic Four. I was reading through my Mortal Kombats, but yeah, same here, dude. About 2 months. I don't think I've cracked one thing open. Haven't nothing. I mean, the only thing I've done with my iPad's been with the pressing and cleaning. Just
Yeah.
haven't read anything, man.
So why have you not been reading? Because for me, I think it's a bit different. It's not because I'm overly busy. Like, I got a lot of stuff going on, but I've always made room for comic books. Always. For the last 2 years,
Yeah.
reading 10 or so a day. Nothing.
Yeah.
Right. So what is stopping you from reading?
So with me, it's just been everything else. I mean, my job, for everybody, I've been open about the way my job's been so slow since like June. So when we're working, then I'm coming home and I come straight upstairs, say hey to the wife and kid, and I'm straight upstairs and I'm working on pressing and cleaning, trying to make money, trying to offset where my job is lacking. So, that's literally it. And then if I'm not working that day or not working the next day, then I'm spending that entire day pressing and cleaning for customers, trying to find something that I can buy, that I can work on, that I can get graded or trying to find a way to move some stuff or anything I can to make ends meet and try to make up for the lacking in my job. It's just been extremely taxing. And and then the days that I do get up, have to have work, it's up at 4:00 in the morning, so it's not like I can stay up all night. So it's one, and then I've gotten so big, which I'm not complaining at all, but I never would have expected that I would have gotten so busy with my pressing and cleaning with customer books, to the point where I had to shut down. I've been shut down for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, and I've still got 2 short boxes full of books that I'm working on. So it's just been like nonstop, never ending with that, which again, I'm totally happy about. But it's one of those things where if I stop for an hour or two to read a book, in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, I should be working on these books though, because I can get a lot done in an hour or two on these books that are sitting in here. People are counting on me to get these things done, get them done in a timely manner. They want to get them graded. They want to get them back. And so it's just like, I can't in my head convince myself and rationalize not working on these people's books that they have sent to me and are counting on me to get done so that I can enjoy reading The Walking Dead, so that I can talk about it on Saturdays. Because in reality, the 11 of you that show up, like, y'all don't really care what I think about Walking Dead. So I got to get these books done. So yeah, that's basically been it. I've been trying to be more active and get into more of Hagen's karate classes too, because I've missed a ton of his karate, and since he's not playing baseball anymore, that's pretty much the only thing that he is doing. So I want to try to be more active and being able to see that and watch that with him. So yeah, just not been a lot of time left in my days to read comic books, because I can only function on so much lack of sleep.
Yeah. So, and for me, it's not even so much about, like I said, being super busy, right? I mean, and I don't think it's burnout on comic books. I'm just not finding the joy in it that I was, right? And like last year, I read all of Spider-Man, run a ton of other stuff, and I'm not even reading manga, right? I think I might have read 10 issues of manga, so that's maybe 3 total comic books worth in length, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just, I don't know, it's weird because, like I said, the joy just hasn't been there for me. That dopamine hit just hasn't been there.
Mm.
And like for a while there, I was reading a ton.
You think it's like you burned yourself out?
I don't know, because like I was reading a ton of comic books, a ton of manga. I was reading a lot of like what Barami mentions, a lot of what do you call it?
I hate how you say that like it's one word.
What?
Barami. It's
I don't know. I
call
just
him
like
Brandon or B. Ramey.
No, it's Barami. Barami.
Oh my
B b Barami. Like Do Re Mi, but Barami.
This
No,
guy.
you don't like it? Does it bother you? I'll stop saying it that way.
No, you won't.
I'll say Brandon. Is it okay if I call you Brandon?
All right, continue on.
Yes,
I did
continue.
not mean to get us off track again.
So, but I was reading a ton of like actual novels and stuff too. Like did the Lord of the Rings, started down Game of Thrones. I even started reading some nonfiction stuff like Goggins books, and I was even starting to read some of the what do you call it? That show that Chris Pratt did that I watched that was so good. It's on Prime. It's one of those military, not military. Yeah, I guess technically not really military. What is it? Give me a second, guys, and I'm gonna tell you. But I started reading that because it's based on books. And it was fantastic. It's called the Terminal List. So I started reading those books, and then it was just like I don't know, January hit, and I just kind of like middle of January, early February, and just basically stopped. Right.
Yeah.
And I tried to read some Fantastic Four the other day, and I'm just like, it's just not that interesting. Like, it's not exciting me. I even pulled out the manga, and I'm like, I don't know, it's just not really intriguing me right now. And it's really weird, right? And I don't feel burnt out because it's not like, I don't know, and I'm not really filling that time space with anything that I was filling with comic books, right? Because it's always that like 11 to 1 kind of time period every night I was reading, and I'm not really doing anything else. The only thing I've been doing recently is watching post-apocalyptic movies, which is really
you could have been editing. I'm just saying.
not at 11 o'clock at night while I'm sitting in bed with Sky. But besides, I get some personal time throughout the day. But yeah, so like after I'm done working out, I kind of just am like, go take a shower, and then I don't like that's normally when I would go sit down and read comic books in bed. And I don't know, man, it's so weird. And I was thinking about it, like I should have been done with Fantastic Four like this month, I think, and I'm still only around 200. I'm like, I'm feeling like Dustin from a few months, or I guess a year or two ago, where you're like, I'm just kind of comic booked out. But then I'm still super pumped about like when I get my books in, and stuff like that still excites me. Still excited about the few books I'm looking for Fantastic Four. So it's not like I'm done with comics. It's just like
I sent you a link to go and ask. I mean, like there was a guy selling the ones you're looking for on Facebook for really, really good prices raw, but you didn't.
Even if this month I'm not going to be able to do it, it doesn't matter what it is, because we have Lexington, HOA fees, taxes due, tuition for Ellie due, and what else is that third one? Termite bond that's due this month.
I mean, only one of those sounds like it is even worth spending money on to me. But.
Yeah, so it's like it doesn't matter. It could be $200-300 at this point. I'm like, I couldn't.
Yeah,
it's just, anywho's. So, but yeah, man. So I don't know, like, and like I'm not even like I come up here to work or whatever. I'm like, like I'm not thrilled with this space. Like it just doesn't. I don't know. I kind of just want to tear all this shit down, put a couple more, and then just keep filling them up with omnibus. I don't know. It's very weird. It's a very strange thing, because like I said, it's not like I'm
the Nick Pyre.
Yeah, but it's not like I'm like done with comic books or anything.
Yeah,
it's just like
I mean, and I still get
interesting to me.
Yeah, I still get into that too, and if people that have followed us for a long time, like I mean, you already know this about me, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that have been able to notice a pattern with me where I get very, very into something, and then I go full force for a good little while, and I either go so hard and so fast that I get it, like it's done, like with the Goosebumps. I said at the middle of January I want to start collecting the Goosebumps. Well, the books I wanted, I pretty much have all of them now, minus 13. And like I said, I've got a deal worked so I can get those. They'll probably be here next week. So I'll do something like that, or I'll just get to the point where I'm like okay. At one point I was going really hard on like Captain America books. I wanted to get all the big Captain America books. And I had, pretty much a checklist, and, I got all those. So then I moved on, and I was, looking for this and looking for that. got into Fantastic Four, and I've kind of, eased back on buying FF stuff just because I'm hoping that it'll drop a little bit more. There's only a few more issues I'd like to have, um, other than what I have, but I keep myself interested in something by continuously searching for that next thing. Like right now, I'm pretty much right now right where I was last year, where I'm right back into like Silver Age Batman stuff. That was what this time last year. And the reason why I know it was this time last year is because when I went to Lexington, I that was all I was looking for: Silver Age Batman, Golden Age Batman. I ended up buying the Neil Adams 227 Signature Series 7.0. And that's where I'm at now. Again, I've been picking up more Batman, some Superman stuff. I follow artists. I'll start, for a long time, I was picking up a bunch of Kirby stuff. And then I was on to Gil Kane for a minute and Marie Severin. Now I'm on Carmine Infantino and Nick Cardy. So, when you get into that kind of thing, you just, I don't know, it gives you more outlets of things to look for. Like I've never been interested in or had any interest in purchasing a Green Lantern comic book, but I found a couple of Neil Adams covers that I'm like, holy shit, I want that, for no other reason than I'm a big fan of Neil Adams. I think that, Adams, Cardi, Infantino, like as far as DC goes, like they're untouchable. And so, there's some of those books, and I've made it. I've tried to make it a little harder on myself to get to accomplish some of the goals by saying, this book's pretty readily available, but how easy is it to get this book in a 9.0 or better from 1962, 1964? So that's where I'm at now. Instead of saying I just want this book and go get it, buy it off the rack somewhere and get it for $20 and it's done. It's like, no. I want to set a goal on some of these books to where once I got it, I've got something here. I've got something there's not very many of. There's not a lot of them out here. It gives me an extra sense of pride in owning it and having it. And it's especially if I can get it raw, or something that I can crack open and actually work on myself and put the effort in to make that book the grade that I want it to be, then that's just icing on the cake for me. So that's kind of been some of the things that I've done to try to keep myself interested in certain things, and just I try to keep myself in a certain lane, and every now and then I'll veer in and out, but I try to just pick certain things and try to stay in little lanes for small amounts of time. And that seems to help me out a lot. Now, as far as the reading thing, I wish I had more time. I'm hoping the fact that I just got this new job, God willing, I'm able to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, and they don't fire me immediately. As long as I can get this job to work out, it should definitely allow me to not have to worry about making ends meet outside of my job, which would allow me to not have to take on as much pressing and cleaning, which would allow me to have more time to read, which would be fantastic. So that's what I'm hoping for now. But I mean, I would say probably for at least the next few months, that's going to eat up every ounce of my spare time is trying to get familiar with what I'm supposed to be doing on this job, going from being the guy doing the work to the guy that is handling everything up to that point, making sure that, how many guys we need, how long do we need them, how much material we need, how long is it going to take to do this, order the material, make sure the guys are there, make sure they're doing the work. And when we need to start on the next one, like,
you got it. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, you can't fake it because, you can fake your way into very, very large sums of money that are being cost if you fake it the wrong way.
Better theirs than yours, man.
Yeah, and they're only going to put up with that about 2 times, and then you're going to, you know what, bud, it's just not working out. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You got it. Don't even stress.
We'll see.
All right, so I put this in here. What up, Some Da Vinci? Sorry, I didn't get a chance
we've
to.
I haven't even seen the chat because I was just
Yeah.
going on and on. What's up, Nosh, with the $15? Man, I don't think that's the first super chat we've had in like a year, bro. You're the man. I'm gonna send it right back to you though. Like I'm straight PayPal that
See,
shit.
look. Nosh is like, look, he was successful. You're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Hey, I appreciate it, Nosh. Love you, brother.
And congrats to you, Nosh, on that. I know that was
Yes,
kind of
sir.
stress. Had been stressing you out for a while, which is really good to hear.
So we got a lot of new people jumped in. Caroline, how are you? Good to see you. Mark, what's up, dude? Mattis,
Stash
what's
of
going on?
comments.
Vince, what's going on, bro?
What up, Mattis?
So anybody just jumping in, we were kind of just talking about, how sometimes you get to that point, which I don't know. Like there's some people like honestly, like I feel like Mark would be one of the people that probably that I couldn't see experiencing a lull period where you're having a hard time finding something that you want to get into and or something you want to read or whatever.
And I don't know, man.
I've said multiple times, like I envy that
Yeah.
dude's ability to just sit and just be able to like engulf everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to, but yeah, that time is my biggest enemy. I mean, because outside of that small time period where I made that video where I was just like, I don't know which direction I want to go. I mean, like there's always something at this point. Like I don't know. There's too much now to where I'm just like, man, I don't see myself hitting that lull again. I think at that point it was just because of how I was collecting and what I was focusing on. I was focusing on, what's the next book I can buy and show off on this YouTube channel that's going to make people go ooh and ah. Now, I don't give a shit if you guys like what I buy or not. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not buying this shit for you guys. So, I buy shit now based on I read this story. I loved it. I thought it was great. I want a copy of it. Or I read Fantastic Four. I fell in love with Ben Grimm. I want that. Like this week, I was talking about it Friday morning. Bro, Detective Comics annual, I believe it was 6, 7, or 8. Batman as a pirate. That shit happened. And I think it was called Captain Leatherwing is what they called him. But I saw the cover because I was just sitting there Googling like pirate comics because I'm constantly trying to find copies of the 1950s EC piracy books. But I saw that, and the book's like no more than $10 if you paid for the most expensive copy on eBay. But it made me happy as hell when I saw that book, and I had to buy a copy. And so like shit like that, and shit that I basically just fall in love with due to what I'm reading. That's the kind of stuff now that has kind of like over the last 2 years, just given me like an eye-opening experience of like, man, like this is so much more of a fulfilling way to collect instead of just collecting for, what do they say? Like, clout chasing. Like I felt like that's what I was doing before. And now it's like, no, like, we've been talking about this for like 4 years now, but I think I'm finally just going to collect my way, like I think I'm going to give that shit a try. And, it's definitely made it much easier for me to continuously find what my next thing I want to get, and I don't know. It's definitely been a lot more fun for sure. So, I know that doesn't help you out a lot because you don't get into buying single issues as much anymore, even keys. But
no, for me, what I want to buy is just from my reading.
Yeah.
So if I'm not reading, what do I buy? Which, I have, what is it?
I mean, maybe
FF 11, 80, 48, 49, and 50. So those are 4 pretty sizable books.
And you said 13.
13. Where's 13? Oh, The Watcher. Yes.
Watcher.
Sorry, that one's slowly.
I always want to say Red Ghost because like that's his first appearance too.
Yeah.
But Watcher is why you want it. But I mean, maybe that's what you need to try, dude. Maybe you need to to just try to like find some books like that you want to put in a box or you know
They're just like I said, for me, I've been totally fine with collecting just a few or buying just a few big books I like, and that's totally fine with me. The
I think
idea of having long boxes or short boxes full of stuff that
yeah, I don't either.
I'm done with that.
That's why I
right?
put the slab wall up, dude, because
Yeah.
I was literally sitting here looking at my rack full of short boxes, and I was just like, man, like I've got all this money in these
Mhm.
books, and they sit in these boxes, and I'm sitting here looking at the boxes, like I can't even see
Yeah.
the books and enjoy them. And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna build a whole damn slab wall.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
my
where
other
I'm
thing,
gonna
like
focus.
omnibuses, those still get me
Yeah.
super excited, right?
But at
And I've got
least you can like see them. Like
Yeah,
you can
that
see them on
totally
the shelf.
good with me. I got a
Yeah.
bunch on order with Josh, which
Yeah.
I still somehow managed to double order stuff. I don't get that. That
Yeah.
just bothered my soul. I still did that. But anyways, so there's a couple comments I wanted to hit real quick. Where'd it go?
And I think another thing that hurts us too is that there's so much still because of
Mhm.
the short period of time we've been in this that we have missed out on, never had the experience. So, if we had been into this since we were kids, then, maybe we would have more things that we'd want to kind of go back and look into this or read
Like
into
the
that or
nostalgia.
check out. Yes, but you and I mean, I would say 90% of this stuff is our first time experiencing a lot
Mhm.
of it.
Well, that's
And
why I've been reading the way I've been reading, and I don't
yeah,
know if just reading the Fantastic Four and it not being great has just kind of burned me out on it. But
yeah.
like I was reading, and I'm glad it's still sitting
But
here from
you
last
were
week.
enjoying Teen Titans, but did you finish? You already finished Teen Titans, right?
So that's what I was about to say is like I started reading this, and this got me super excited. But I was reading it on the DC app, and now they want to like they gave me the first volume or two, and then they switched to pay like $150 a year for access to all of their stuff, and there's no monthly option for that anymore. And I'm like, what in the blue hell makes you think I'm gonna give you $150 a year when Marvel's a couple bucks a month, the manga one's
Yeah,
like
but here's the
$2 a
thing:
month.
how if you were to, it's still the cheaper option than your any other alternative. I mean, if you were to go buy, say you want to check out, I don't know, a Green Lantern Volume 2. Well, are you going to go drop $100 on an omnibus on something you're not sure if you're going to like,
I'm
or you
sure it's the
spend?
cheaper option overall, but when you compare it to what the competitors are doing, it's outrageous and outlandish.
Well,
And I'm never like I don't spend that much time on DC, right? I paid a monthly subscription to them for probably 4 years now. And I bet
yeah,
you the last 2 I've maybe read 2 whole runs. It's just been wasted money.
I bet I
But
read more DC last year than I did
yeah.
Marvel, but
Yeah. So I don't know, but like I said, and it's not just comic books too, right, guys? I'm not saying I just haven't not read. I haven't read manga either, and y'all know how I've felt about manga, right? And a lot of those I was interested in. Kind of, have not slowed down, but I finished or they were done, so maybe that did it too. But anyways, so some dude haven't been reading for a while, mostly collecting vinyl. That's awesome, man. For a while, I got into it. I still have a small collection. I just, I'm not really, I love it. I like it, I should say. I'm just not a massive music person. So a lot of the stuff I would buy,
yeah,
like, I'm probably not going to spend much time listening to it.
I got the Linkin Park 20th or 25th
Yeah.
anniversary vinyl set. I have a Garth Brooks vinyl, and then I've got my Fantastic Four golden record.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And Alan's like, you haven't found a title that does it for you right now. And that's the other thing, right? Like, I was really into Spider-Man, was super excited to continue reading it. And then they do some Marvel just has been doing some dumb shit at Marvel. Dumb. All of it. Dumb. Dumb. Gold Goblin. Dumb. Paul can go F himself. He has a worse mustache than I do. Anyways. And then DC, like, I would not even know where to begin jumping in on a modern book at DC right now. As many reboots.
If only we knew somebody that is a walking DC encyclopedia that could probably lead you in a direction.
But I'm also not sure I would want to spend much time on DC right now because I know what I'm reading now isn't going to matter in 4 seconds from now because they're going to reboot or relaunch. So that's my struggle.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff in DC that is like the Elseworld,
Yeah.
and and stuff like that, like the miniseries, like I feel like that is where the majority of like the best stuff from DC comes from a lot of times. So I mean, that might be a good thing for you there.
Yeah. I've always loved Elseworld Batman stuff for sure.
I still wish somebody would take the beginning of Last Night on Earth,
Yeah.
just the first 10 pages, and just write that damn story. I want that story so damn bad. Oh, I was so hurt whenever I realized, or when you flip the page and you realize that that's not what this is about. I was like, I mean, it was still a good read. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I was just like, but I wanted that story. But instead, we got Batman and Noggin, and that was good too.
Batman and Noggin.
I want that T-shirt. It's Batman and Noggin.
And like the Mark Hamill.
Probably
Joker
my
voice.
favorite panel of any comic I've ever read.
So Barami says I can call him Brandon, so we're good. You know, and that was the thing. Like with Fantastic Four, I was really paced out there. Only 3 issues a day. The manga I would read a ton at a time. But I don't know. Like I genuinely think like if I'm gonna say one, like I think Fantastic Four just I was forcing myself to read it for the sake of saying I've read it all, and I'm still gonna finish it. Like I refuse not to. But I think like just it was not great until Invincible Man came, which he's still the best thing about it. He's been in the last couple of issues, and he's still like
he's
the
wild, dude.
funniest. But
what if you looked at this? And I was talking to a guy at the comic shop last week about it. And me and him sat and talked for a while because he did not realize that you and I had not been into comics our whole lives. That we had actually, it's been less than 5 years that we actually got into comic books, and it blew his freaking mind. And I was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Like I felt bad, like he made me feel like I had bamboozled him, like I bamboozled him or something. And because I still feel like as far as like comic knowledge goes, like I still feel like I have, you know, this much. But you know, he was just like, you just got, you know, way more knowledge than I would have expected for somebody that's only been in it that long. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel that way, but I definitely appreciate it. And but I was telling him, I was like, you know, I said I don't really like to talk about that a lot. And he's like, why? I was like, well, it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of embarrassing for me. I was like, you know, me and my brother have a YouTube channel and we talk about comics and stuff, and people, you know, ask for advice on stuff sometimes. And I said, I feel like if everybody was to know, like, you know, we've only been this for a fraction of the amount of time that most of you guys have, that, you know, it would discredit our opinions or you know, advice that we would give. But so I was like, you know, we just don't, it doesn't really ever come up too much, but now everybody knows this here, so both of you guys now know. So anyway, we were talking, and I was like, you know, I said, especially whenever I'm in the shop or talking to someone in Instagram or YouTube Live or whatever, and you know, you hear people talking about some of these stories that are like iconic: Secret Wars, Dark Knight Returns, Infinity Saga, you know, these stories that everybody's read, everybody knows. Not me. So when people are talking about it, I try to get myself as far away from that as possible, because I'm like, I feel like I should know what happened in these stories. I should be able to have these conversations, but my God, there's so much, dude. Like, there's no way. Like there's so much for me to catch up on. Like, I haven't read it all, and so maybe that's something that would be, you know, a route you could look at is taking some of these iconic story arcs and read through, and like the iconic stuff like that, you know.
Well,
Have you
a
ever
lot
read
of
The
those
Dark Knight Returns?
Yeah, so a lot of those I have read, and that's what I did kind of early
Okay.
on. Is hit a lot of those. Like, I'm not saying all of them, but that's kind of how I started
Well,
with.
then you're smarter than me.
What now?
I said, well, then you were smarter than me.
Well, it just because it was like,
Rangers.
hey, what's a good Batman run, guys? And people would say stuff like that. And then as I read these Spider-Man, I hit a lot of those big Marvel events because Spider-Man was a big part
Right.
of it. So I would read, like, you know, I've read all of the Secret War stuff and the Civil
Right.
Wars, and you know, all of those big Marvel. You know, I think Annihilation, I think is a bit people
Annihilation
love.
Conquest.
Yeah, I haven't read that one, but that was, you know, part of the Fantastic Four thing. So
Yeah.
I was going to hit that. So, you know, a lot of those I kind of hit as I'm going through.
What about like like you've never read much X-Men. I mean, like there's a lot of stuff in there, like the Mutants Massacre.
Yeah.
You've got Days of Future Past. You've got you've got the oh my God, why did I just blank on his name? What is his name? I just blanked on his name. X Factor 6 first appearance. Wow. Well, now we both look like idiots.
Well, you said it. I don't know much about
I
X-Men.
can picture. I'm picturing his face. I
Let's
can
see.
see his face, and I cannot get his name to come out of my mouth. And I'm not.
Oh, duh! Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Yes. You know, you've got that whole saga there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in X-Men that you know, maybe just go a complete and total change of pace and try some of that out. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. And like honestly, I think like this.
how the hell could I not think of Apocalypse? What the hell?
I don't know
is
because
wrong
when
with
you said X Factor 6, I'm like I couldn't even.
That's what I'm
picture
saying.
it.
Like I know who I'm talking about. The name just will not
Yeah.
come off my tongue.
But like I said, this right here was a great change of pace. I was like, this was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah.
I think what it is I've just been basically shoving Fantastic Four down my throat, force feeding it. I guess is a better way to say
Just
it.
bail on it for now, then. Dude.
I'm probably gonna have to because it is not bring. There's no Marie
Yeah.
Kondo. There's no joy.
I mean,
But-
like I said, my goal was to get through the first 100 issues, and I'm about halfway there. But I got to the point where I was like, I want to read something else now. Like I can't read on the same thing for forever like
Yeah.
you can. Like I just
I
can't
had-
do it.
I had no issues with Spider-Man. And I'll do that. I'll find a character like when it was a year or two ago when I hit Maestro, and that
Mhm.
led me down Spider-Man
Yeah.
2099, Old Man Logan. For
See,
like
that's something you and Mark could talk about because
Yeah.
he loves the Maestro,
Dude.
the whole thing too.
like literally, it was like a whole rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I read all of Spider-Man 2099, all Old Man Logan, but it was like a month's worth of reading. I'm like, oh, that was great, done. Now what do I go? And that's when I started doing the Spider-Man stuff. And I don't know, like I just genuinely enjoy reading an entire run of something or very like,
Yeah.
but Fantastic Four just hasn't been doing it for me. I think that's the problem, right? Is that's really all I've been reading. And I really should just find something to supplement that. But then I'm like, what about manga? Right? Because I kind of stopped doing that too. And I don't know if maybe just the
Well, that's because
Fantastic Four just kind of was like,
that's why that's not doing it for you because manga sucks.
nah, get out of here. But so let's double check to make sure that or I want to hit some of these
Oh,
comments.
I know we got to be way behind in the chat.
I think I'm like 40 or 50. Give me just a second.
You guys have to understand as well. Like this 2.5 hours on Saturdays is the only conversating time that happens between us two. So sometimes this is our catching up time.
DC Adams, what's up? What up, Joshua, Legion, Vincent? I think we said hello to all you folks.
Oh, Josh showed
Mattis?
up in here.
I never have a lull.
Bearded said, "About time you listen to your own slogan." Yeah, I know, man.
So, and again, like I've never really had a lull like this where I'm just like zero, like interest in reading. Like that's just not happened to me ever, except for recently, and it's just everything, right? So it's very strange and very weird. So I don't know, and it's not like the working out stuff has kind of consumed that time because no issues before that, or I don't know, man. It's weird.
So Greg said you don't need a subscription for the old stuff. That the library option is there.
No, not for this right here. It stopped me.
Mm.
Yep, it stopped me. So I was pretty mad.
So Mark said now's the time to jump in and check out Dawn of DC. It's brand new Superman that literally just launched. So,
But are they going to change it in 2 months?
well, it might not.
Because-
I don't know.
Because they just relaunched like a year ago or 2 years ago. Remember they did this? Oh, what was it called? They had a name for it, and it was kind of where they like talked about how Batman never doesn't age and how that's like one time like they did this. I forget what it was called. I did.
I don't think that was like a total reboot though. I think that was just like Elseworld type thing they did.
No, because it was a
months there.
reboot at that time, I believe.
No,
They relaunched. Josh, they rebooted like 2 days ago. right?
Batman has not been rebooted since Rebirth.
No, like Well, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Difference between like a reboot and a relaunch, but they basically did a whole bunch of.
It's a new title. There's a difference between adding a new title and rebooting. I mean, Batman has been going since Rebirth.
But I thought they they redid something and completely
It
changed
was just a
everything.
new title.
Still, they'll probably change it in 4 days. They'll be like, "Nah, this effing sucks. Get this guy out of here. Bring somebody else in to ruin it." Because they
No,
just kicked Josh
I mean-
Williamson off of Flash or something like that. And people are pissed.
But I mean, you know, they had Tynan on Batman for a solid year. Now they've got
Yeah.
Zdarsky on Batman. I mean, honestly, like I'm excited to I've just been kind of waiting for them to get some either trades out or an omnibus for the Zdarsky Batman, because I really want to read that, because I still think Zdarsky is just
Yeah.
probably my favorite modern day writer, period. Like, the dude's he's just flawless, man. He's awesome.
I really wish they would bring. I'm looking. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was looking at this. I'm like, they really should bring back art like this. I mean, look at the scales on the Robin crotch. You know what I mean? And look at Starfire.
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, that's why.
Awesome.
That's why, like, I like. How can
This
you?
is what we need.
How can you not love stuff like this, man?
Yeah.
Like, it's just. No, it's not a virgin cover by Clayton Crane, and no, it's not Power Girl with a big old set of titties and, you know, poking out everywhere.
You're ruining
But-
comic books, man. That's the best part.
But it's just a freaking awesome, fun Batman cover. Like, this is the kind of shit that I love this, man. I love it.
It is the best.
Like, I've never been a titty book guy. Never will be, never have been. You know, that's just not me. But, you know, this is the kind of stuff I love it.
So Josh said it just means we get to experience a whole lot of awesome stuff now. Kind of jealous. That's how I feel whenever people get to read like Invincible for the first time, or Spider-Man, like, you know, the first couple decades for the first time. And then I feel really terrible for the people who are only reading the current Spider-Man. Like, you guys just don't know how awful it is. But yeah, Josh, what do you mean I'm objecting on principle? At one point, was I objecting on principle? Probably am, but since we're late to the comment,
That's like your thing.
I
okay?
will. But okay, you act like you're so high and mighty. You won't just not do some shit just because everybody else is doing it too.
Well, yeah, but I'm also not going to say I don't.
Yeah, but you know, my thing is
Like,
also
I
to
would
be
have just
critical.
immediately said, "Okay, you're right." But what were we talking about? That's why I didn't watch Walking Dead until after I got into the comic.
Yeah, but I don't want brand new books. That's why I'm reading digitally. And I don't mean that in a bad way. If I want brand new books, I'm going to go to my LCS. I just want to read the books digitally. And then if I love them, then I'll buy the omnibus.
We need to read Kingdom Come together,
Look, that's every Saturday night. You know what I'm saying?
because I had that on my reading list last year, and I started on it, and I don't know. I never got back to it, and I don't know why, but I have it on my reading list again this year, and I think that would be a cool one for us to try to read together.
Yeah, and so they're right. The library thing, Bumble. No, that's a dating app. I think, but yeah, there's I actually, we have a library card. I should download the app. Yeah. Ugh. I just have a hard time with Marvel right now because of how bad they're crapping on Spider-Man. It's like out of principle. Like, I want everybody to stop buying Marvel. This is where I'm torn. I'm like, you know what? Everybody go buy everything else from your
you were
comic shop.
objecting to spending $150 on the DC subscription.
Oh,
I agree with Josh.
yeah. Like, it's totally stupid. $150. Out of here. Sorry, now I'm going all the way back to the top.
Spend $150 on dumber shit twice.
Yeah. Dustin, the shirts discredit your opinion.
Do what?
Bearded said.
Really, Super Pro? Really? Come on now.
Such a false narrative. I don't know, man.
I tried to tell him, like, you heard me defend
It feels like they just don't care about continuity at all over there. Yeah,
Well,
I tried actually to read the
Again,
Frank
though,
Miller.
how would you know? You've never jumped into it.
I've actually read all of New 52 Batman.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you very much. And a good bit of Rebirth Batman. Actually,
Really?
I think all of except for when they stopped, up until the point when they stopped titling it Rebirth. Well,
Yeah,
that goofy ass blue.
You didn't read super far into it though. But you can't say that they don't give a shit about continuity if you haven't been reading anything that has come out in the last couple of years. That's just you.
Look, what I'm saying.
Uneducated accusation is what it sounds like you're doing.
No. I'm spreading false narrative, Dustin.
Well,
That's
it's
what I'm
the
doing.
same thing.
No, because I'm educated enough to know that what I'm saying is likely false, but I'm still going to spread it. I'm just being a douche canoe.
Well, I would hope that there's not people watching this either now or on the replay that are not educated enough to know that you are full of shit and just write DC off completely based on your shitty opinion.
Here's what I think you guys should do.
I hope that that's not what happens.
Here's what I think you guys should do.
Because that's not what we're about here.
Write it all off. Go to your comic shop, buy a whole bunch of back issues, Silver Age, start there. That's what you should do. Or pre-order omnibuses through your comic shop. That's what if you want the good stuff, that's what you do. I've actually started reading the Frank Miller Daredevil, and this was like years ago before I really got into Silver Age, and I struggled with it. But I do want to do the full Daredevil read through, so that's why I haven't tried to pick it up again.
Yeah, there you go. Explain that one.
Dumb as shit is what it resetted.
Oh, bullshit. You was reading the hell out of that.
Oh, now I did enjoy the Batman Who Laughs stuff.
Now he's just trying to.
I'm just poking a bear.
Now he's just trying. I'll send him the damn link and I'll just leave and let Mark.
Oh man, so funny, so funny. All right, hold on. Where was I at?
There ain't a lot of people that I would deter from having
a DC conversation about.
No, just an argumentative conversation with about this stuff. Like,
but here's the thing: is I
used to do it with Steve all the time.
Even if I'm completely
would just to get him, just to see how fired up we can get Steve.
Yeah.
But like, you're not gonna do that with Mark because he's just gonna make you look like an idiot because he knows way more than you do about all of it.
Dude, we know that you only love DC. There's no denying it. I haven't seen a Marvel post on your Instagram in years.
Dude, he's a massive Hulk fan. Massive.
I'm trying to think what's happening in Hulk right now. Did Donnie Cates, is he just done with comic books?
Who?
Donnie. Because he was doing like Thor and Hulk.
Something happened, his old lady left him or something, and then I don't know, he turned Hulk into a spaceship and
I
don't know.
Like if anybody knows, I am curious. Not like I don't want to know about his personal life, but like, is he okay?
Yeah. I don't know.
Josh, look at Dustin just.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier. I've been so eat up this week with the new job starting and having to get this OSHA 30 certification done at home, and yeah. So I apologize, man. I was literally getting up early enough because I had to wait. I could work on it for 7.5 hours, then I had to wait 8 hours before I could work on it again. So I was getting up early enough the first few days because I was so worried I wasn't gonna be able to get it done in time. I'd work on it for 7.5 hours, and then I'd wait 8 hours, and I'd get on it again that night. And it was killing me, dude. What's up, Adam?
Da Vinci. Yeah, I used to listen to his stuff a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
He has a good voice, if that makes sense.
I would love if we could have, and I know that it wouldn't give the same effect as like an audio book would, because so much of comics is told in the art.
Yeah.
But if I could just, if I had that option to just have someone reading these stories,
yeah,
and I could listen to it like I listen to podcasts all day when I'm working, man, I would love that so much because, you know, I've read enough comics and I have a good enough imagination that I feel like I can put pictures in my head that would get me through enough to understand what was going on and still enjoy, you know, some of this stuff, because I've done the same thing, like Adam was talking about with the Comics Explained, Comic Tom. Whenever I first got into comics, you know, he used to go through comic books, and him and Ryan or whoever would like the Infinity Saga. That's, I mean, they spent several weeks going through everything, the tie-ins and everything for the Infinity Saga, and I just listened to it, and I enjoyed it so much. Like I wish Tom would get back to doing that kind of stuff, because that is the comic time that when I came into this, that I was just like, this guy right here is the best, and I loved it. You know, not that like I said, I don't have any disgruntled opinions or, you know, anything, no beef with Tom. Like, he don't even know who the hell we are, but I preferred that content he did. But I would love to have that option to just be able to have like audio comics playing in my headphones while I'm working. I thought that would be, I think that would be something that would be super cool. And of course, my wife, when I told her this like 6-7 months ago, I don't know, we were on the way home from your house and I was telling her about it. She was like, babe, you should do that on YouTube. I was like, yeah, babe, because there's no way that DC or Marvel wouldn't just put the kibosh on that shit quickly.
Well, and there are some other people that do it, but yeah, I don't get how they get away with it, because they're basically just like not pirating, but putting their books out there for everybody to essentially pirate it. So it's kind of like, I don't get honestly how they get away with it.
There's still the copyright there, because you're still putting out their licensed product. But I mean, I think that would be really cool, though. I mean, I think that would be super neat.
Yeah.
Or obviously, it would be very expensive. It would take forever for them to do that, because they'd have to have people reading this. But you know, I've always wished that were an option, but you know, obviously it's not, because that would give me more opportunity to you know, indulge in comic stories more often. So
yeah, for sure. Perry hello, Perry Gaming, Mr. 1 million. He said Naruto is the baddest shirt. Appreciate that.
Perry used to do the audio. He did some audio comics for a little while there. And I listened to every one of them. I thought it was cool as shit. You know, he had the pages up there, and that's something that I'm still going to do videos on. I'm going to take the golden. No, I'm not even going to say it. If anybody puts out golden record videos, I swear to God, I will find you and kill you.
I saw Whack Comics do the review on the Big Boy Spider-Man book I got. I was like, dang, I was going to get to that eventually at some point.
Yeah, Tyler was so poking at you too. He was like, "Hey Nick, don't you have this? I already beat you to it."
Like I haven't put it on a shelf or anything. I'm like, I'm gonna get to that eventually. I was like gonna do it nice.
It's all right. He did you a favor. That's one less video that people aren't gonna watch.
See, Josh agreed. Dawn of DC is a full relaunch of DC Comics again for the 19th time, and Legion agrees. I'm glad to see you and Josh. I don't know. Didn't it sound like in his statement he got kicked off or something? Maybe it was somebody else. I don't know. Just more false narratives. Don't listen to me about DC. Other than the fact they relaunch every 3
How are you gonna
minutes.
just single out DC for that? Like, okay, say yes, they do.
When did Marvel relaunch? That's right. They haven't. They've never relaunched.
Oh, bullshit. Just because they came out with their legacy numbering don't mean a fucking thing.
When did they relaunch?
They have a new Spider-Man #1 that comes out where they start the Spider-Man series over about every year.
No. They do new number ones because they're dumbasses, and they keep giving people like Dan Slott and John Romita Jr. an opportunity to work for them, and they're both dumb shits and can't draw and can't write. And Dan Slott's a fat, lazy slob and sucks at writing all things Spider-Man and ruins it. But that's not a personal, you know, vendetta or anything. Like I don't, you know, that's not touchy. Don't worry. And then JR with his dumbass Paul character. Anywho's.
I mean, they just relaunched Hulk again for like the second time in what?
Yeah, but that's not like a relaunch. They're just like a new title. I'm talking like DC full brand relaunch. Because they do it like all the time.
I don't know. I guess I'm not following what you're actually pointing out, but regardless, I mean, both companies are whatever they can do to get new #1s out to get people to make the purchases. Like, I don't think, let's be honest, I don't think either one of these companies at heart really gives a shit about the comic books they're putting out. It's about the on-screen stuff. That's where their money's coming from.
Josh is like, you can't be a dick because you hate what they're doing on Spider-Man. No, I hope Marvel burns because they're ruining Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And then I hope they get rid of Akira Yoshida and somebody else comes in and does a good job. And Nick Lowe. Or whatever his name is. I'm like this close to never doing it again, Mal 6565. Mark and Josh need to get on a stream together. Donnie is off the wagon. But like, so what actually happened?
Mm-hmm. Is he going to be on the cover of a Green Lantern book or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Kyle, he is. Or Mark, he is definitely trying to trigger you at any. Honestly, like I apologize. I'm sorry, but I'm glad he's doing it to you because usually it's me and it usually works. There's been more than one stream where I just bail because I'm just not going to sit here and take the shit no more.
Josh, so after you're done with all your superstars this month, you need to get Mark on. And I'll be in the comments just pissing everybody off. How about that? See, exactly. DC doesn't give a teetotal F about continuity. You know why? Because they suck.
But you're going to defend the company that decided to say that Peter Parker wasn't always Spider-Man, and then no, he was.
I just told you I hope they crashed and burned.
I know, but a second ago you were saying Marvel never does, never changes continuity. They stay the same. They've been the same since.
No, they don't do a relaunch.
It's 1962.
It should be the same since 1962. Exactly. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yes, see, but again, there comes. We've been in this for 5 years. People that have been into this since 1962 might not agree with that shit. If you've been reading these books since 1962, you might want to fucking change too, bro.
I don't know, bro. I talked to Josh. He's been reading it since 1990. No, I was trying to make a really old date, and I did the exact opposite.
I mean, you've only been reading Fantastic Four for like 5 months, and you're already dying for a change in it.
Yeah, but Fantastic Four, but I knew sucked from the beginning. There's only like a few times when people like Fantastic Four. That's why none of the comic books are really that valuable outside.
I have so far enjoyed everything I've read.
Hey, but but like I said, I don't know. Every time I pick up a good old fashioned Silver Age, Bronze Age comic book, I've yet to be disappointed, like highly disappointed. Even Fantastic Four is better than a lot of this bullshit they're doing with Spider-Man.
Except X-Men 1, because that shit was terrible.
I'm sure it was. Yeah, dude, exactly.
Terrible. That's like Charles Barkley. Terrible.
It was a pretty low spot for Spider-Man. Mark, it's not personal. I was going to try to say, look, have a great night. Don't worry about me.
I don't think anybody does.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
1983.
I envy everybody who has literally like I was telling the guy at the shop the other day about Steven about that. You know, I was like, I have so much envy and jealousy in my heart for people who have grown up with this stuff in their lives, their whole life. Because and I was talking to him and so like here's another like mini topic we can get into. Like I kind of understand why we didn't get into it. Like it makes sense after me and Steven talked about it. He was just like, how did you not grow up like seeing comics around, like having them? Like how? He's like, did you not like read anything ever? I was like, I read a lot of Goosebumps. I was like, you know, that kind of thing. I was like, he's like, well, and then it came up that I was born in 1989. He was like, oh, well, that makes sense then. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you didn't have spinner racks in the grocery store and spinner racks in the gas stations and the Walgreens and stuff. I was like, dude, you're right. I was like, that didn't even connect that. But yeah, I said, but if they were there, I would have found them, because when we went to the grocery stores and stuff, like, bam, I'm in the magazine section looking at WWE magazine. Like I'm WWF magazine, excuse me. I was in the right place. It was the wrong time. Had the comics been there, I would have found them.
Yep.
And I honestly believe at some point I would have checked them out.
You know what else
But-
we were missing was a big, lovable, cuddly 6'9" man to show.
That
us
was the
comic
other thing I was
books.
going to say. You know, nobody in our family ever had any, you know, comic books or anything. Nobody ever read them. We didn't even know anybody that owned a comic book growing up. And if we did, we didn't. If I knew somebody growing up that was into comics, they didn't tell me, you know? So it was just like the world was against us when it came to that, you know? But I truly envy and have immense amount of jealousy for people who have had their entire life to spend in this hobby, because now I feel like I'm trying to make up for the last 30 years, and it is very, very stressful and taxing, especially when I sit and think like, damn, I haven't even cracked open a book in almost 2 months. Like, when am I going to read these books? When am I going to read these stories? When am I going to experience this and that and be able to talk about this that people always saying is so good? Like, when am I going to be able to do it?
The good news is you have at least, how old are you now? 42. So at least a good 30 years left on your life.
Not likely. Not likely. I mean, let's be honest. It's me. I'll probably die before I hit 40.
That is terrible, and definitely never say that out loud again.
It's like my luck, you know? I mean, it's going to be something really
Yeah.
stupid and really dumb, and people are going to be, and Nick's just going to be like, well, fuck me running. That would have only happened to him. He was right all these years. Son of a bitch. I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, I think you and my brother are the only two people on the planet that actually get it now, that you finally have just broken down and said, yeah, okay, you're not just, you know, complaining all the time. Like, you just get the shit into the stick more often than not.
It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. This does sound a lot like Dustin, though. He does have about a half a dozen hobbies half the time in his life.
Not anymore, though. I used to be really, really bad about that. Really bad about that. I would hop from one thing to the other, and I would be just balls to the wall every time I got on something new. And comics is the one thing I think that has stuck longer than anything. And I think part of that is because there's so many directions you can go in comics that I just keep finding new avenues to keep me interested here, you know?
Yeah.
I started out reading New Comic Book Day stuff, and then I found, you know, oh man, like, you know, if you buy these big keys, people think you're cool. So I did that for a little while. And then I bought all these big expensive books, and I don't know what the hell's in them or if I even like these characters. So let me find out if I do. And then, oh, well, you know what? I really like this artist's style of artwork. I'm going to start buying some of their art covers. Oh, you know what? I'd like to learn how to press and clean books. Oh, I'm get into that too. Like, different avenues all over throughout comics. Like, there's no way you're ever going to touch everything. You're never going to see it all. You're never going to read it all. You're never going to know it all. There's always going to be something that is going to pop up that you're like, oh shit, I didn't even know about that. Bam, new avenue. And I think that's one of the greatest things about this hobby. Absolutely.
I think one of the best things about this hobby for me is, like, very similar to you, is, you know, I was never a Spider-Man fan, but reading through the comic books and stuff like that can just create a passion and a love for something that seems they're so stupid. But like, I will fight somebody if they were to try to tell me that the current comic book stuff at Marvel's good, like Spider-Man wise. Like, I'm that deathly serious about it. Like, if somebody were to walk up and be like, dude, this current Spider-Man run is great, I'm punching you right in the effing face. You know what I mean? It's like, you dumb shit. Anyways. But like, I don't know. Like, I think that aspect of it is really cool. They create this massive fandom and love for something that just seems so silly at the core of it. So I don't know. That's what I really
but when you really break it down, how silly is it really? I mean, this is true American historical cultural things.
I'm fighting this mother effer. Show up at Lexington. I will whop jaw you in the noggin.
What's up, man? How you doing, Mr. Jameson? Hope you're doing well, brother. I am looking forward to seeing you a couple weeks. I hope you're still going to be there, man. Literally,
he
that's
is
the
gonna
only
be at
reason why I
Lexington?
decided to go was just because I was going to hopefully get a chance to square up and give you a hug. But
It
But-
can be
but-
great for the most part, except when people say dumb stuff like this.
but I mean, me and Jeff have talked about this several times. Like when you really break down what comic books are, I mean, you look at things like Amazing Fantasy 15. That is an American historical document at this point. I mean, that is a part of our history and culture as Americans at
Yeah.
this point, as much as anything you're going to read in school. When you really break it down that far, like it's that serious.
They really should make
how silly is it?
They really should make the first few decades of Spider-Man comic books required reading in all schools. I mean, it would teach great lessons, great responsibility.
I mean, I think it
With
would be
power.
cool if they threw. I mean, how hard would it be to instill some trade paperback sections? You know, omnibus just sprinkle some in there. You know, I mean, who knows if I was in the library and as an elementary kid and saw Batman, trade paperbacks, like who knows? You know, I don't know. I get so fired up sometimes when I think about the missed opportunity in my life, the books that I could have been reading, and the books that I could have in my collection, and not like, oh my God, I could have got Ultimate Fallout 4 off the shelf. I could have got 25 copies and made $1 million. Like no, like I could have gotten Ultimate Fallout 4 off the shelf and be able to say, man, I picked this book off the shelf. Like this is
Yeah.
my copy that I had that came off the shelf. Like I go over to Sean's house and I'm like, I always dig through his boxes. He's got so many, just hundreds and hundreds of long boxes and short boxes. And I'm digging through like some, cool Bronze Age stuff. And he's like, yeah, man, I bought that off the shelf, man. That was my original copy. And I'm just like he sold me his original copy of New Mutants 98. Like, and I'm
That's
just
pretty
like,
cool.
how cool is that, man? That, that you've got stuff like that. Like, I don't have anything from when I was a kid like that. And I'm just like, man, like, I was talking to Steven at the shop. He's like, I still have my ASM 300 I bought off the shelf. And I'm like, how fucking cool is that, dude? Like,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about ASM 300, but like, just knowing that he has that he's had that love for this for that long. Like, I don't know, man. It's just a whole nother level of cool to me. Like shit that I would have made fun of people in high school for. Not high school, because I wasn't really. By the time
You
I got
made
to high
fun of me.
school-
We're an adults.
and I've told that story a million times. That the first time I walked into your house, I was like, "What the hell is that on your wall?" And
Boy,
I
I
gave
thought
you
I was
shit
hot
about it.
shit.
Yeah, you
I
did.
thought-
And I tried to come over and stomp all over it. And then now I've got tenfold more than you do. So like joke's on me. But you
Yeah.
know, like stuff that I would have like looked down on probably more like middle school area.
What up, Fat Daddy O?
Because by the time I got to high school, I just gotten to the point where I think that's when it all started. I decided I don't like anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm only here because my mom's making me. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. So, but middle school, I would have probably looked down on people that was doing this. But now as an adult, I'm like, damn, man, I would give there's not a lot I wouldn't give to have jumped into this shit by the time I was in 5th grade or 6th grade and just be, elbow deep in it this whole time.
Yeah.
And to think over one visit to one shitty comic shop, this almost didn't happen. And if you're watching this right now and you know who you are, I want you to know what a sorry cocksucker you are for almost taking that away from me. Anyway,
So everybody, Perry's like one of us, Google Gobble. Something happened because it's not showing up on our end. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, though, it is kind of weird to me that there are no comic books that are required reading. I mean, we have all of these great novels. Well, I say great, now they're probably being post-edited because they said the word fat in them. But Yeah, they really should look at doing that. That would be cool. Of course, they
But
would
yeah,
probably
Josh,
try to
like
get them.
like I'm that type of person. Like you can ask Nick. Like I'm that type of
Yeah.
person. Like that. Like I would be like if I had like books from when I was a child. No, like you wouldn't be able to pry them shits out of my hand for nothing, bro. Like I've still got.
He gone.
Like this is probably the only thing I have from when I was a child. And
Yeah.
that was because my mother saved this for me when she bought me one to have as a kid and she bought me one to have as an adult. And I found this. I'm not crying. My nose is running because I just poked myself in the eye when I got up. But she bought me one to have as an adult. And I think maybe a year or two ago, I found it and the box was ruined. It was still in the box. I still have the box, but I took it out because I wanted to display it. But like, I don't care. Like somebody could offer me $5,000 for this and it ain't going. You can't have it, you know, like it can't happen. And I was actually the next time I saw JDF was gonna get him to sign it. But yeah, I mean, like I'm that type of person. Like I would definitely have held on to that kind of stuff. But you know, it all got, you know, like all our Pokemon cards got thrown away. All my original wrestling action figures, which is what my huge passion was as a kid. Like all my bone crunchers are gone, thrown away. I think I might have one poking around in my kid's toy box somewhere, but
Yeah.
most of the ones my kid has that were from my childhood were like, I was like mid-teens, early teens. Nick was kind of into them. So like we got some for Christmas every now and then or birthday or whatever, but there's not many, but he does have some from when I was younger, but yeah, I would have definitely held on to books like that from my childhood. It kills me that I don't know what happened to my damn Goosebumps collection I had as a kid because I had a ton of them things,
Yeah.
but don't know.
Yep. And like the only thing I have is that Game Boy Advance. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah. We have our Xbox, don't we?
Yeah, I've still got our original Xbox. I do. I almost sold it to Mike one time and I couldn't do it.
For like what, $50?
No, it was gonna be like 150, $200. And I was broke as shit and had to pay some bills, but I think I ended up selling a gun or something.
Okay.
You know me, don't think I won't buy a firearm and lose money on it in 6 months, sell it for half
Oh my
price because
God.
I'll do that. I'm so thankful I haven't had to do that for a long time, but that was my thing for a minute there.
I still have that Glock. What is it? 49, I think is what it is. I've
Mhm.
not shot a single time and I've owned it for almost 7 years now, 6 years.
Same thing. I've got that HK, not one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had to do that too, Josh. Sell comics because really needed the money and still regret it. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, no, yeah, it really is bad.
Yeah. I mean, like that Uncanny X-Men 266 9.8 that I sold to Justin.
What up, Joe?
What's up, man? Like for me, as far as like my collecting, like that's probably a book that I had that attachment to. That was the first time I bought a book and I felt like I got something. Like
Yeah.
I bought a big book finally for the first time ever. That was the first time I'd spent anywhere near that amount of money on it. I spent $90 on it raw.
Yeah.
And but I did let it go. I sold it to Justin. Why? Well, because I know where it's at. It's not going anywhere. It's sitting in the same kind of box in a closet that it would be sitting in at my house right now. So I was like, this is going to help me get this other book I want real bad. And I could go buy an Uncanny X-Men 266 9.8 right now for like $300 cheaper than what I sold Justin mine for and just trade him for my copy back and have my copy back.
Yeah.
And I probably will at some point. But that's probably, one of those for me, or, a couple of my Power Rangers books that I remember that I bought like day one, my first day that I bought comics. I've still got all, those are books I won't ever sell. And people are like, I know there's people like, oh God, here he goes with the Power Rangers again. Well, that's what led me to get into everything else that you guys would be like, yeah, that's cool. So, everybody's got everybody's got something that let them in. So, but yeah, I mean that there's no telling what all I would have gotten into as a kid, and you would have gotten into as a kid. I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? Oh, Eli, you got that Camber, bro. I used to carry a 1911, but then 45 ACPs, man. I used to love going to the range, and that is not a range caliber. Not unless you just got money like that.
I was about to say, hell, most of them aren't anymore, man. When was the last time you looked at?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Last time we went, it was like $90. It was wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're talking about the Joes.
I mean, I'm not saying I understand G.I. Joe, but I definitely see where you're coming from.
How many times has G.I. Joe rebooted?
Oh, I don't know. I know I wish that TMNT would. I wish that it would actually go to a different publisher, and I wish that Kevin Eastman would be stripped of any access to have anything to do with it, and redo Turtles. I think that I would love that.
I posted this story.
Awesome. He's only sold. He said he's only sold about 30 books in his life, and has went back and rebought them all. That's awesome.
That is sick. That's awesome. So I posted this. It
But he
says,
still regretted it.
"Did it happen again?" I think it happened again. Uh-oh. Ronnie boy.
What's going on, man? Hope you have a good weekend as well. Thank you for the super
Thank
chat.
you,
We
sir.
appreciate that. Dang, look at that. We ain't had super chats in like a year. We get 2 in one night.
Y'all the best. Big love. I'm going to go read some comic books now. That is really nice.
What
Thank
was
you,
that
thank you,
post
thank you.
about?
So I posted it to our Instagram. Did it happen again? I think it happened again. And I put when DC Comics reboots for the 94th
Oh
time.
my God.
Should I tag him? I should tag him.
Oh, and the TMNT pot stir post, that was him as well. Just so everybody
Look,
knows.
I was gonna sit. I was gonna be serious about that.
I've
Here,
got
okay.
4
Change the
Instagram
topic.
pages that are logged in, and Two Brothers Comics is the one that I am the least active on.
Here's the thing on TMNT. I'm gonna say it, and I'm not gonna talk about it again because people are kind of shitty about it. So, one, it's totally okay to criticize something that you love and you think is being destroyed or done wrong by. It doesn't matter who you are, what you look like. It don't effing matter. You can criticize shit. It's fine. 2, you can say that she looked like a dumpy, goofy looking whatever, and she can, that's a fair criticism. You can say you're not looking forward to the movie because you hate Seth Rogen and he's a dumb shit. I hated what he did with Invincible. Hated it. But it's fine to criticize something, and you're not some name that somebody's going to call you because you criticize of what this man is doing to something that maybe you really loved. I don't even give a shit about it. I was just pissed about how if you made one wrong statement, that now all of a sudden you're some type of,
See, I didn't even know about what they did to April O'Neil whenever everybody was asking me what I thought about it. I looked at it and I said, the animation looks good. Yeah, I like that, but I don't like Seth Rogen. So that immediately turns me off. But then when I heard Donnie's voice, like Donatello's voice,
dude, that was bad.
And everybody's like, well, it's their early teenage years. I'm like, okay, well, why does all the other turtles sound the way they sound? And Donnie sounds like a 6-year-old little girl. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit to me. It just didn't fit. It didn't work for me. But then I think it was yesterday or the day before I saw what April O'Neil was going to look like. And I was like, the hell?
I mean, they might have.
Seriously, like April O'Neil has always been a very attractive looking character. Like they've always drawn her to look attractive. I don't care what her ethnicity or race is, like whatever. But why she got like,
it's for kids.
Rosie O'Donnell though?
What now?
Why she got to have the body of Rosie O'Donnell though?
Yeah, why she got to look like being fat is not cool. Don't make kids think that being fat's okay because then you end up looking like me. you know. But anyways, that's a whole nother topic. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought it was really shitty how like you cannot have an opinion on it, or you're some type of phobe or this or that. I'm like, no, that's it's okay for you guys to have your opinions on it, because I saw it from every different race, ethnicity, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
for and against it, right? I mean, anyways, I just what is it that Trinity says? Consume, consume, consume.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I think what's up, Nick the Comic Nerd, Perry
What's
Gamer,
up,
what's
buddy?
happening?
Blake Rogers in for the weekly GPA analysis spot on the show. You know, I've gotten to where I do love this. Like Blake always gives us
Mhm.
an opportunity to do a little bit of market analysis every week.
Yeah.
Like at this point, you know what, Blake? You are required now to come to us
You pull it up
weekly.
this time, you get logged in.
You are required to come to us weekly to give us an opportunity to do some market analysis on a book.
Wouldn't we all?
Right? All right, I'll get this. You read the chat.
Yeah. Look, I mean, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. that's. I mean, she was fantastic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The Bay films. So I went back and rewatched them not too long ago because I say not too long ago. It's been a year or two because Stephen Amell was in them, and
I don't hate them.
Genuinely. And again, I'm not a diehard Turtles fan. I'm really not. I'm more of a casual. I love the original movies because Dustin watched them so much, and I think for what they are and what they accomplished at the time, like nothing's better. I still remember watching those with Dustin. You know, laying on the floor, like the weird memories. And one of those is watching those movies. They were fantastic. But
I like the Bay films, man.
Yeah,
I
had a hard time getting behind them. I didn't think they were bad. It just.
I don't know. I like the oversized, like big brawny looking turtles. Like
it was certainly a different take. That's for sure.
I really liked how they did Raphael. I thought the way they did Michelangelo was cool. I mean, I liked it. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. I really did.
Oh man, the range
was it different? Yes. Do I always like different? No, pretty much never. But I did like them.
Yeah. That was cool. Maybe I should go back and rewatch them and give them another.
I've never been able to get anyone to give me any specifics to why those are the worst Turtles films ever, or why the Transformers Michael Bay films sucked and were terrible. Like I've never understood. I've never seen any like this is why. It's just always they're trash. Like when I tell you that I thought Thor: Love and Thunder was the worst film that has ever been produced of all films ever, I will give you specific reasons.
Don't you talk about my wiener? Don't you be talking about my wiener,
I gave specific reasons why I thought that film was terrible. So if I'm going to say it, I'm at least going to give you some kind of reason and to why I'm saying it. But I mean, as far as those films go, I never see any of it. You know, to me, those Transformers movies, dude, when those came out, and again, up to that point, as far as Transformers goes, I watched the cartoons as a kid, the Beast Wars. That was my shit. So like, I don't care what anybody says. I'm excited as a motherfucker right now about the Beast Wars film. You know, me and Newbie Comics might be the only two people on the planet that are looking forward to it, but I mean, we are looking forward to it.
I've always enjoyed those.
But yeah, I loved them, man.
I do think it's lame though that they didn't give April O'Neil her red hair and they just let April be Megan Fox, the same Megan Fox from Transformer movies and the same Megan Fox from every other movie.
April, the way that they did April with her, like, you know, I did like Tyler Perry as Baxter Stockman. I thought that was fantastic. I thought
Tyler Perry is fantastic. You know who would be a great Baxter Stockman? You want to know who?
Who?
Michael B. Jordan, because he could be the best anything.
I couldn't see him as Baxter though. He's a little.
I was just trying to find a way to throw him in.
Yeah, he's a little too cool.
Who, you know what though? Michael B. Jordan be a cool ass shredder.
I was gonna say like he would be like a cool like maybe there isn't a shredder. He's just the leader of the Foot Clan.
Oh yeah, he walks in and be
yeah.
like, you know what? I will take Shredder instead, please.
Or you just put Michael B. Jordan on there and he says, "I am the Ninja Turtles." Which one? Yeah,
Oh man.
all of them.
Thor 4 sucked. Oh, you know, I was gonna ask Brandon to recommend some, like, if he's read any like post-apocalyptic type books, because I've really been on the kick for that for movies. And by the way, guys, if you've never seen the movie Greenland, Gerard Butler's in it, and if you have kids, do not, like, I was sitting there watching it, and I'm almost crying watching this dumbass movie because the kid and the dad, and I'm just like, man, that's why I watch scary stuff or thrillers, because it just hurts my feelings, and I don't like to feel this way. And this wasn't even a scary movie; it was just breaking my heart. But I meant to ask him about that. I don't know if he's still here, but I would like to know those recommendations.
All right, so let's check this out.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I felt Mark Wahlberg did a phenomenal job. I really enjoyed it. Of course, if I'm honest, anything Mark Wahlberg's in, I basically enjoy the shit out of. It's
I
like
mean,
Mark
yeah, I do
Wahlberg,
too, but I definitely preferred Shia
Nutbag.
LaBeouf, but you know, he did what he did, whatever it was, I don't even know, but he unfamous himself, so but I thought he was I've always loved him though. I've always loved him. And I really enjoyed his interview
Yeah.
he did with oh my gosh, what's his name? Punisher.
No, Ryan, I haven't.
What is that guy's name?
Bolo from Bloodsport. Let me see.
We do not say that word on this channel.
What? Oh, yeah. No, we don't say Jack.
I
me
don't want to
see.
hear jack about that word bolo.
Bolo Yang. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So I've never seen Bloodsport, but I bet you he would be a good ass what do you call it? Shredder. Dude is big.
I never
Okay.
watched Bumblebee with John Cena though. I'm not a big fan of John Cena's acting. I liked him in Peacemaker once I finally gave in to Peacemaker, but
Ryan,
so
don't be
here's
making fun of the mustache.
here's the GPA analysis on Batman 189, 1967. This is the first Silver Age appearance of the Scarecrow. This is a book that I've had on my list to buy every year for the last 3 years. In my mind, this should be a much bigger deal than it really is. Because this Scarecrow, I really think this is the first appearance of the Scarecrow that any of us who like comics and like superhero movies and like the Scarecrow, like this is the first time we start to see that Scarecrow come in, because the Golden Age Scarecrow was a little different. It was a lot different, I think. But anyway, he said a 3.5 for $250. So if we go in here and look, this book obviously took a significant jump a couple years ago. You know, I wished I had picked it up in 2019, 2020 when I originally wanted to, but didn't have the money. So this year so far, we have seen a high of 257, a low of 252. And yeah, I mean, it looks like you're right there, man. It looks like you're right there in the hole. So, you know, did you get it for a steal? No. Did you overpay for it? I would say no, you know, according to the analytics here that we're looking at, but let's go and look at a 4.0. You know, 4.0 sold this month for 250 as well. But it's had a high of $339. So, you know, it just depends on where that sale was, how many people were looking at it, how many other copies were available at that time. Because you see here, you bump up half a point, and most recent sale was 340. Bump up another half a point. Most recent sale was 300. It's not until you get up to like the 5.5 range where you really start to see a significant price increase. So it looks like, you know, between the 3.5 to like a 5.0, you're only looking at like a, you know, $50 to $60 difference there in recent sales. However, that doesn't mean that a 5.0 and a 3.5 is worth the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to sell you a 3.5 or a 5.0 for $300 if you've got 3.5s selling for $252. Like, you're not going to find that deal. You're going to have to physically go out. And this is what I always say, people that, like my brother who say, well, I'm not going to buy that for that price. It's sold on eBay for this much. It's like, well, if you want the eBay price, you're going to have to take your ass to eBay. You're going to have to sit there and watch the auction. You're going to have to participate in the auction. You're going to have to bid in the auction. You have to pay the taxes. You have to pay the shipping and hope it don't get messed up on your way home or on the way to you. Like, if you want the eBay price, you're going to have to go bid on it on eBay. But, as far as like walking into a show, a shop, buying it off of somebody, like if I had a 5.0 right now, I'm telling you right now, I'm not selling it for less than $350 because I'm not going to sell a 5.0 for $50 more than a 3.5. That doesn't add up at all. So you have to dig into these numbers a little more than just saying, well, the last sale was only this much. It's like, yeah, well, that's fine, but this is a whole grade and a half higher. So I'm not selling it to you for less. It was like Hulk 181. I had a 2.5. Well, the last time it sold, the last recorded sale, it sold for more than a 3.5 was selling for at the time. So does that mean my 2.5 is worth more than a 3.5? Well, hell no. So, I mean, you got to kind of dig into this stuff a little bit more on some of these books. How often does that book come up for sale? If that book's not readily available at all times in different grades for different prices, then, people are just going to, if it's a book people are looking for, when one pops up, they're going to just jump on it. Like if they just want a copy, if like the Jetsons one I have, you go on eBay, I think there might be one graded copy other than mine, even available on eBay, at any given time. I don't think I've seen more than 2 copies graded available at the same time on eBay. So, you got to look at that kind of stuff too when you're looking to analyze the prices on these books. It's not as black and white as you would think, and don't let someone tell you that it is if they're trying to sell you something either, or if they're trying to buy from you, because it's just not always it's not all that.
It ain't all that in a bag of chips. You know what I mean? What up, Nathan? Raymond, hello. All right, look, so I got some beef to pick real quick. Ryan, F you and your effing mustache pictures. My mustache does not look like that dude. Okay? No way, Jose. And 2, this kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I was talking about how great Mark Wahlberg's Transformers were. And look what he posted. Like, damn. So
I honestly don't know that I even watched. If I watched Age of Extinction, it was probably like one time.
Just talking about it,
to the basic 3.
Just talking about it makes me want to go back and rewatch it. I really like the one where like Merlin and stuff came in. It was pretty cool. So
Merlin,
the wizard. I forget. I think it might have been the second one he was in.
I don't remember a wizard.
It was like, it wasn't like Gandalf type wizardry. It was like Knights of the Round Table, that kind of thing. Merlin.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm still not following.
You have to. It's the second one. I don't remember the full storyline, but he goes to. What is it?
Are you talking about they like gave some backstory that included him?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking like you're trying to tell me like Merlin was actively involved in the plot of the story. I'm like, what the hell movie were you watching, dude?
Pretty close, Vincent. Pretty close.
Oh yeah.
My face is actually itching. Like, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I've been like rubbing my eyes. Like I don't know if it's allergies because we've been outside all day or what, but like my eyes and my forehead are really itchy and it's starting to bother me. John McClane. John McClane is the best. Trash. Get out of here.
Ryan got you good. He said he's stronger too.
You know what? I hope Ryan singes just like a quarter of a centimeter of his beard, just enough to where it makes the symmetry.
So like a Nick mustache worth.
Yeah, just a little bit.
See, these are the kind of conversations Ryan and I have. Like, we may not even talk for a few days, but then all of a sudden he hits me up talking about a Turtles book, and I'm like, yeah, but I got mine for like $20. I was buying them before it was cool, and then it immediately goes into, oh, when was Turtles cool? And I was like, oh, right before ASM was.
No,
And
but I
she's
bet
like,
you it's
"All
pretty
right,
sick
screw
though.
you."
I bet you.
Oh
it's
yeah,
pretty
dude.
cool.
I love the Transformer statues. I want the Megatron statue. I think it was from the second movie. And he's got that cape on and everything with the hood. That statue is the shit. I also really like the ones that was it PCS that did them? Jim's got them all, and I thought they were just incredible. I've seen them in person too, but it's the cartoon ones, and my God, those things look great. The paint jobs on them, the way they made them look like animated cells almost, is just incredible.
Is it just teetotal incredible?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna have okay. So you know what? Let's be a little personal here. So I'm losing my hair. I'm trying to hold on to it. Okay. It's balding pretty good up right just in that area. I thought some would literally come off of my head.
I mean, this is a choice. You see, I have no issues with my hairline. That is not.
So at some point, it's gonna be gone. I got the prescription stuff. I'm holding on to it with every dime I can spend. Maybe at some point, if I get a good enough bonus, maybe I should do the hair plugs. I'm not above it. Is all I'm saying. But I can't be.
How can you be that vain?
Because I'm about to explain. I'm big. I'm a big dude. No secret. I'm getting to it. I can't grow my mustache. I can't grow a beard out. This is like 2 years worth. Still not looking good at all. If I try to stay clean cut here and I lose my hair, I'm going to look like a big old dick. I can't. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, this is coming from a guy who is currently experiencing what you are, Nick. I mean, take his advice.
No, bro, hair is not overrated. So look, that's why I'm desperately trying to get in shape, desperately clinging to this, and praying to God at some point my face hits puberty. Because what's nuts about this, right, is it's literally the testosterone in my body attacking my hair, making it fall out. Where the F is the testosterone in my face to make it grow hair? What the F?
And you're the only one of us that can't grow any.
No, out of everybody in our freaking family.
Which
Andy,
Dad said he couldn't grow a beard until he was like almost 35.
Look,
like for the longest time, Dad just had a mustache.
I'm just thankful my hair isn't as bad as Andy's, dude. He got the total shit into the stick. Last time I seen him, his stuff was back here, and he's like,
I got the shit into the stick because I'm the only one that doesn't want hair, and it just won't go anywhere.
Look, I don't care, man. I'll go to Mexico. I don't know, dude. I need some hair. I can't be looking. I could go. I could go.
I think you should just do a trial period and just zip it off and just see if you can live with it.
My hair? No. I did that one time. Remember that time I let Dad shave up this, and then the dude just cut all of this off. He's like, well, that's how I do mine. I'm like, what? So I had to shave everything to match because it looked terrible. No, I can't. I still go back and I see pictures, and that was when I was thinner, and I still look dumb as shit.
I would love to see Jason with a beard. I mean, just
no. I'm legit. Like, if I go bald and still can't grow a beard, I'm starting TRT, and I'm gonna get a beard.
Maybe you'll be like Jason, because I mean, like Jason, he kind of is kind of like Harry, William and Sydney's dad. There's just people out there that can rock the cul-de-sac, and it just works on them.
That's true.
Like, I could not picture Jason with a full head of hair. Like, it would just be weird. Like Jason, in my eyes, has rocked the cul-de-sac since 5th grade. Because that's
some bitch came out of the womb with a cul-de-sac.
Because that's just the only way I could see him. But it looks good on him. Like, he wears it good. You? Oh God, dang, that'd be funny.
I should cosplay. Like if Kevin from The Office ever shows up to a con, I could cosplay as him. Just do the wig, like do a bald cap with the and bring a big ass pot of chili and spill it on him. You think he would be mad if it got spilled on him?
Jason said, "Don't shave it." He did that once, and it never came back.
Well, I
God
consistently
almighty.
shave this, and
He's
it grows
talking about
back.
his hair.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I would love to just while you were sleeping, just whack.
would be
just
so
hack
upset.
that shit off, dude.
I probably wouldn't talk to you again. But like I'll shave the face, and it comes back to this, and that's basically it. But yeah, like
Dude,
for real,
just
if it
find one
doesn't
of those
start coming in
TikTok
soon,
barbers that can like put the paint on it for you.
yeah, no, for real though, if it doesn't come in, dude, like
I see
and
some
I
of those
could-
guys do that, and I'm like, that looks like shit, bro.
it
Like,
does look dumb.
and then now they're putting like white pencil lines across your hair, and I'm like,
What?
that don't look good at all either. That looks
Very
weird.
strange. But yeah, but like for real though,
But these
If-
young
if-
whippersnappers nowadays, they all are doing crazy things.
you can if the hair just keeps going away and I can't save it, I'm just gonna jump on TRT, boost up the testosterone, get the beard growing,
You ain't gonna do a
get
damn.
jacked. I've already found a clinic, an online clinic that basically you just do a blood sample and you're good to go.
You are too damn big to be taking that.
TRT? I don't give a shit about my weight. I'm trying to get a hair.
Oh, so you're gonna be 600 pounds with a damn beard.
No, it ain't gonna make me grow or what do you call it? Actually, testosterone can help you lose weight if you're low on it.
Are you?
I don't know. I've never had it tested. I go to the doctor in June
I
and
don't-
I'm gonna ask for a blood test of it all and
I
get
thought
it
you already
done.
got tested on everything.
Huh?
Low testosterone doesn't run in our family. You're fine.
Probably not, but I do want
You
to
start
just,
taking that stuff, you don't have time to train enough to be able to not turn into a damn water balloon if you start.
No,
taking
I'd be fine.
testosterone. Okay, that's what you think. You ain't never took that shit before.
Look, I'm working out an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes just
Don't
about
matter.
every single night.
Don't matter.
Look, Jay Cutler, you know how long his workouts were? 45 minutes.
Do you know what his
45.
job was?
I
To
don't
make
matter,
sure
but you're
he
saying
looked
like
like
working out like I got to spend my whole life to work
No,
out.
I'm just talking about like you don't have the time to dedicate, period, to maintaining yourself.
I'm not saying I got to do
The
it
way
forever.
that
I
you
just got to
have
do it long enough to get a effing beard and then pray it doesn't
Okay.
fall out.
That shit piles on quick, bro. I'm telling you.
And I'm not saying I'm gonna do it at all. I'm just saying this is the last case scenario to prevent me looking like a dick. I'd rather be fat.
Telling you from experience, though. I'm just trying to lend some experience to you.
Now, were you taking tests or were you taking like Tren or something else like that?
I don't know what it was, dude. I
See,
was
you don't even
16
know.
I was 16 years old, dude. I was taking pills and shots.
Yeah,
I was cycling on and off both.
I should do something like that.
We literally went to the dude
What up, Comic Viking?
and he gave it to us. He put it. He shot me with it. I was like, I can't do it myself. So he would shoot us, and then we would. That's it. We'd roll out.
So, like a year ago, though, I ordered a metabolism test. It was a blood test, and I was just wanting to get my metabolism checked. And I pulled it out, and I could. This is how much I hate needles, and you do too. I went to go do the finger prick, and I literally started sweating because I could not hit the button to just prick my finger super quick.
Oh,
I threw the whole test
No,
away.
there's no way I could do it.
All I had to do was hit this.
All right,
little
let's talk
button.
about this, B. Ramey. I'm sorry, but I would trade, having normal size testicles to look like that any day. I mean, honestly, like I can't think of any reason why that's going to hinder any part of your life. If any, hey, it makes your dick look bigger if you have smaller balls, probably. So I mean, like, what is the real downside to that?
Look, and you can get on Cialis and it just makes the pump go harder. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about like the workout pump. People actually will take Cialis just so the hypertrophy's more effective and stuff. It's pretty wild. Oh man.
Talk about off the rails.
I don't know what to say either.
Yeah, we've gone all the way off the rails tonight. But yeah, I've always thought that was I've always been like, like what's like, okay, so they shrink a little bit.
Look, I got a kid. I'm good.
Unless your dream girl has a testicle fetish, like I think you're gonna be okay though. You know, like what is it really bothering?
Yeah. Oh man, I cannot wait for like this is where I'm at in my life of sappiness. Wait for Mark to wake up tomorrow and just scroll past and see our post on Instagram. And if he doesn't comment on it first thing, I'm gonna have to go back and tag him. And it's already garnering some likes. So I should edit it and be like this post if you think Mark is wrong, if it gets like 50, 60 likes.
Well, I posted something on my chiropractor page today that was, you know, kind of stirring up some crap with because apparently CCS, which is the company CGC uses to press and clean books, for an absurd rate. Like their prices are absolutely absurd.
Oh yeah.
And they literally do not spend any time on your books. Like it's in and out onto the next one. It's just making sure they can charge you. But they're no longer backed up for like a year. All their turnaround times at CCS are like way lower now. And so I posted on there. I'm like, look, I know you are seeing this. You don't have to use me. I'm not saying this so that I can get your business. Right now, I can't even take it, but please just find somebody else. Anybody is going to be better than them. Find somebody who is going to look at your book before they work on it, attack the areas that really need it, put it in, and then take it out and look at it again and make sure it doesn't need more work done to it, because they are not doing that. I guarantee you. And they ain't cleaning your books. Like, don't pay them. If you're going to do it, don't pay them to clean them, because they ain't going to clean shit. They ain't about to clean nothing. Like my Todd McFarlane signature series book. That book can definitely could bump up in grade with a press, but it is so hard for me to do that because I do not want them to touch my shit. So I'm like, is it worth it though to get the 9.2 out of this book that I really thought it should have hit at least a 9.4 at minimum? But you know, whoever they've got opening packages is just in there just freaking monkey clawing everything and dropping stuff. And you know, I love when I keep seeing in the notes of books, you know, thumb bend on the top. Wonder how that got there. Joker's grabbing it with their knuckles and ripping it out of the bags. And golly, I quit sending books in Mylars. They're so tight in those Mylars, they're hard to get out. And these morons are not taking the book out with the board like you're supposed to when you take a book out of a Mylar to keep from damaging the book. Yeah. Nah, they just reach in there, monkey claw, yank. So I just send it in a regular bag and board. Sometimes I'll stick an extra board in there to give it a little more tightness, but you're not going to damage the book pulling it out at least. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that their turnaround times are better, but not at the risk of the amount of damaged books that you're putting out. And I really wish they'd work on that economy tier. That's the only thing they haven't improved on at all. Economy tier is still 250 something business days. So well over a year for the economy tier. Like absolutely unacceptable.
I still have shit from December that hasn't come back.
It's not going to. If you didn't fast track it, you're not going to see that probably until February of next year, dude. And that's no bullshit at all. Like that ASM 41 I just sent off. I put that book and I accidentally sent Adam, Someday Da Vinci. I put a Tale of Suspense in there that I cracked that he bought from Tony. And I put both of them in there. And somehow absolutely somehow I missed it. Didn't put the fast track. And I messaged him I felt so terrible. I was going to refund him the price of the whole damn book. Because I'm like, dude, this book's not going to be back for like a year better. Unless they have some kind of drastic change. Like, we're not seeing these books for a long time now. The fast track's so expensive on economy, though. Like, you know, you're looking at over $50 a book for fast. Like, so I only put something in economy like that ASM 41. You know, that book is going to bring, if I were to get it back within the next month, you know, in the grade that is coming back, that book could bring over $1,500. So yeah, it's worth it for me to put a little over $50 into it to get it back quicker.
Yeah.
Except my dumb ass didn't. Yeah, you can do that, dude. I'll let you know whenever I'm going to be able to take more books in, because right now I don't even have a place to put any more submissions from anybody because I've got so many. But I'll keep you posted on when I'm going to be able to, for sure.
That is pretty cool, Raymond. I remember those the
Yeah, that's
old cheap
cool.
books, and
Yeah,
that brings back some
I
memories.
want to get the Mortal Kombat ones because Patrick worked on those, and there's actual comic book pages in there he worked on, and he's told me about them, and I'm like, man, I got to find some of those now. I've got one more payment to make to him, and it's mine.
Sick.
But all my money's wrapped up in these Spider-Man books. I literally don't have a dime to send him, and it's killing me. I'm going to have some monstrous Spider-Man books, ASM books, for sale very soon. I'll have
I
an
don't know when
annual
mine will show
one.
up.
I have an
Bro.
annual one.
Nathan, I got them. I mean, not in single issues, but I got all the.
Yeah, that doesn't count, Nick.
No, dude, I definitely say go for it. I mean, if it makes you happy, go for it. There's a lot of awesome artwork.
Oh yeah, man.
And I'll always say support Todd. Not that it's going to support him now, but
Yeah, the
I think it's
artwork
cool.
on
Spawn
those
is awesome.
covers alone. I mean, I had never really given a whole lot of attention to Spawn until when I was selling on Whatnot. Still, I had a lot of people that were asking for Spawn, and I was like, okay, I'll see if I can find some. Like, no problem. And so I just saw a guy on Facebook doing a claim sale. He had a boatload on there, so I bought all those from him. And I get them in. I'm starting to look at these covers. I'm like, my God, dude, Greg Capullo did some badass covers, because Todd McFarlane didn't do not even probably 20% of them son of a bitches.
Yeah.
I was like, Greg Capullo killed this shit. Like, I love Todd. Todd is the man, but I mean, he gets a lot of credit for a lot of Greg Capullo's work. But regardless, Todd, Capullo, whoever did them, there is some, I mean, absolutely incredible covers in that Spawn series for sure.
Yeah. I read a lot of it, and it's really good. It kind of around 50, 60 kind of went downhill a little bit for me, but I mean, it was still really enjoyable.
Yeah. I think the only Spawn books I'd like to have is the Gunslinger. I forget what the numbers are, but you got it's like a black and white color cover almost, which is, I guess, his first full appearance, and then the yellow cover with the double guns.
Yeah.
I'd like to have both of those, just because I think those covers are absolutely kick-ass. And even though I've never read anything about Gunslinger, he just looks cool as shit. So I wonder if there's ever been a pirate Spawn. We need a pirate Spawn. Like, I love cowboy stuff. Cowboy Spawn. Killer. I need pirate Spawn, because pirates are cool as shit too.
Guns aren't the only thing he's slinging.
Hey.
Yeah, the pirate Spawn would be pretty neat.
Yeah, I think that'd be sweet. What's up, Callie?
That's pretty cool, Raymond.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. See, we didn't have like the video game systems in the 90s whenever the cheat code books and stuff like that were coming out. By the time we got a Super Nintendo, I think PlayStation 2 was already out. So we were like on dial-up trying to print off the cheat
yeah, we
codes
were.
on the gateway gateway computer off dial-up. We're trying to print the cheat codes off on paper, and Mom getting mad at us because we're wasting her damn printer ink and paper.
Oh man, sure enough,
What the hell did I order?
There's a pirate themed cover spot. Oh, sick. Oh, pirate. Uh-oh.
So here's the pirate Batman I bought. I just got a notification it's on the way. Check out how cool that is.
That is pretty neat.
I was telling Jeff, I was like, can you imagine sailing the seven seas as a pirate, and you look up and this motherfucker's looking at you like that. There ain't, dude, you don't stand a chance. I don't care if you're Blackbeard or Jack Sparrow. That dude right there is taking all your shit. But I thought it was super cool, man. He's got the boots on, he's got the powdered pistols, the sword, the gloves, the cape. He's got the earrings. He's on the ship. You've got the map behind him. I mean, it's super, super cool. Just love this cover. And I am definitely going to read it. I have to know what Pirate Batman did.
This swashbuckling mother.
I mean, that was the first thing I thought of is like, you cruise up to a ship as some pirates. You think you're about to jump aboard, take all their shit, and that dude just stands up like that and like, oh, no. See, we were almost out of gas. We were just trying to see if
all right,
could
here we
buy
go. Batman pirate or Blackbeard thing? Who wins?
Oh, I don't know, man. I got to go with Batman. I mean, I haven't read. It's Leatherwing is what they call him, Captain Leatherwing, and I haven't read it yet, so it's hard to tell. But I mean,
look,
this
Batman ain't all that.
He definitely looks cooler.
Batman ain't all that. You know what I mean? I mean, he's good, but this whole how you gonna prepare to beat the hell out of a big orange thing with blue eyes, who is also Jewish? Not that that's relevant. A big blue-eyed Jew that's orange. He's gonna whoop your ass as a pirate.
No, I mean, if it's a straight up fight, yeah, it's gonna be hard for Batman to take out Thing. I mean, come on, we're talking about the Thing.
Okay, so I'm like eagerly waiting to see the Spawn cover from Nathan to get the number and stuff. I also want to see. Oh, I guess I could just Google Spawn McFarlane Pirate Spawn. Perry said there was a Pirate Spawn. Hell yeah! All right. Okay, this actually looks pretty neat, Dustin. Look, share. It looks exactly like you would expect it to. Look at that.
And what is this?
One of the McFarlane's toys, the Spawn.
Oh, that is gnarly, dude.
Oh, dude, it released in 2002.
That's gnarly. I wonder if there's a comic.
Nathan said there was.
That's cool. Yeah, I agree, Callie. Like, we just need an Elseworld mini series or something, maxi series. I don't know, of just Batman pirate stuff. What is that? Pirate Spawn 2. Check that son of a bitch out.
2008.
See, all things pirates are so underrated.
Angela series. I don't know much about Angela other than what I read in 9. Pretty cool though. Bow chicka wow wow. All right. I'm about to say, we need to wrap it up. My head is starting to hurt and my face is itching. I need to go shower, I guess, and get the pollen off of me.
What was you doing outside all day?
I was putting some outdoor speakers on the Ellie's playground so we could listen to music, and by music I mean just basically the Moana and the Encanto soundtrack and Frozen soundtrack on repeat. And then I put an outdoor AP out in the backyard, so now that I can access Wi-Fi, since we live in BFE and cell service just is not existent. And then I put out some motion lights in the backyard, so when we're walking Paisley, we're not gonna get murdered.
So just a bunch of yuppie shit. Got it.
And then, well, we were having a fire and cooking out and stuff. And as soon as I got the fire pit rolling, dude, it was starting to go down. and literally it just started pouring down rain and then thundering. And poor Ellie broke her heart because she was so excited. We were gonna cook and have s'mores, and she was super excited
Mm.
for it all day. And then lightning and stuff. So we ended up I grilled on the Traeger, and because like I was gonna straight up just cook over the fire pit, you know what I mean? And she loves doing that. And then we ended up the lightning and thunder went away, so I just pulled the fire pit up onto the back covered deck, and we just had the fire sitting there on the very edge, and she got to do her s'mores and stuff. But
Mm.
yeah, that's probably another thing is like I got
Yeah. So yeah, I actually got.
Papa.
Okay, I wasn't doing anything.
Sorry, my bad.
So I actually got to see this recently because Hudat sent me a copy of this book, and I was looking at it and I was like, man, I don't think this is gonna hit a 9.8. And I was like, random copy of Spawn. I wonder why he sent it. If it's, it's got to be worth something. If he knows it's not gonna hit a 9.8, so I look it up, and it says Gunslinger Cameo. Well, anytime I have a book in my hand and I find out it says Cameo, I'm immediately fact checking that shit, because I'm gonna like, is this a cameo or is it a full appearance? Because we just completely blur the lines on that all the time. And so I'm flipping through the book and I get to that splash page and I was like, oh my God, what a freaking badass piece of art. I mean, just awesome. Just a 2-page splash of all these different versions of Spawn. And there he was, Gunslinger. He was in there. I was like, that's cool as hell. So yeah, I actually got to see that recently. It was super cool. That's another really cool thing about doing the pressing and cleaning is I get to look at a bunch of stuff that I probably wouldn't otherwise, because I see the inside of every, I look at the inside of every book. I flip through every page because I count the pages. I look for writing. I look for markings. I got to check the staples. So, I mean, like, I get to see the interiors on a lot of really, really cool stuff. And that's been a super cool part of that too, that I've really enjoyed. I cannot wait until I get something just crazy in.
Yeah, just like effing insane.
Yeah, like Jeff worked on an AF-15 last week.
He's a
touch. Dude, you can't tell. Like, it's incredible the way he did to this book.
I just want to hold one like raw, lick it. You know what I mean? Just like
it was crazy, dude.
What do you think he would do if I just went to go lick his book? He probably wouldn't give a shit.
Well, it's not his, it's Steven's, but Steven would probably just shoot you.
I would probably shoot somebody too, if I'm honest. Raymond, you have a good night too, man. Same to you.
Hey, man, thanks for hanging out for so long now. We appreciate it.
Yep. I think we're about to wrap it up too. I need to go seriously take some Claritin or something.
Mm-hmm.
My face, the longer we've sat here, just itching.
Yeah, that's.
I need to shave this stupid facial hair.
I got it. I had a shower before we started, shaved my head, trimmed up my beard, put a little oil in it. I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good and looking good.
Yeah.
Smelling good. Got the most badass Mortal Kombat shirt on. It even makes sounds.
I smell like wood fire. I took some of the Traeger pellets and threw it in the fire pit because the birch wood I kind of smelled like stinky BO. So I threw some of that, and now I smell like Traeger barbecue.
By the way, guys, I don't get anything for it, but if you do like this shirt, they have them on sale right now. It's a full wraparound front and back of this.
Hold on, do it again. Move the mic out of the way.
Fatality shirt from 19th Letter on Instagram, and it's the Fatality one. So
somebody
in Sub-Zero front and back, and it's like this weird material, but it's a very, very high quality shirt.
Somebody tip him, see if he'll take his shirt off.
But it's on sale right now for $40 shipped, like no tag, like $40 out the door. On their Instagram right now. So I've been eyeballing this shirt for, I don't know, over a year, and it's always been like a $75 shirt. Now it's $40 shipped. So I also have a Killer Instinct shirt on there. I really want. Britt got it, and now I'm jealous. So, but anyway, Well, that was we had a fun show. We talked about a bunch of good comic stuff. We talked about some non-comic book stuff. We talked about
How Dustin loves to be talked to while he's taking a pee.
we talked about bathroom formalities. We talked
Etiquette.
about steroids. We talked about testicles. We talked about a lot of stuff tonight. So hopefully you found some value in some part. I mean, I feel like we had something for everyone tonight. I do feel like we had something for everyone tonight. We
Sick.
definitely.
You
we
see
definitely
Brandon
battled
get
on.
out of the car?
Yeah, I knew about that.
Damn.
I knew about that the day he bought it, bro. Me and Brandon talk
Sick.
all the time. We talk daily. See, I'm in tune
Good
with these.
for him.
I'm in tune with these people, you know?
I
Like
am.
I am a YouTuber of the people, for the people, with the people.
I am jealous.
I don't just show up and act like I like everybody one day a week, like some people I know.
Like Justin, what a bitch. I'm just kidding, Justin. You ain't a bitch.
All right, guys. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the show. And if you did, make sure you come back next week. It'll be the last Babylon before we hit Lexington Comic-Con, baby. So maybe we'll talk about preparations, last minute thoughts on what we may be looking for while we're there, plans on what we're planning on doing while we're there, and who knows what else. We'll see. But then the next week after that, we will probably do a live stream from Lexington a couple of times. So
let's just see if Dustin, because last time we did one, we got it all set up and Dustin got shitty and we turned it off.
yeah, I wonder why. Nick didn't want to do it, so he just his whole plan was, I'll just make Dustin pissed off so bad he doesn't want to do it, so I can say that.
I don't even remember. I just remember getting it all set up. We were tired, man.
You literally told Justin when I walked out of the room. Justin told me you told him you did it on purpose.
I don't remember. Maybe
Well,
I
you
did.
did.
I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't sound like me, but it also doesn't sound a whole lot like me.
Oh, whatever.
All I'm saying is if we don't do a live stream riding those effing scooters this year, something's wrong with us.
Oh yeah, we're definitely hopping on those again. Like that's a cheat code that must happen.
I love it.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Brandon?
Make sure this week, if you can, find some time to read something cool. And if you're hitting that lull, hey, there's a million avenues. You can find one to bring you back in.
Just keep on keeping on.
And do it your way.
Life's a garden. Dig it.
You're supposed to hit the thing.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let's
Somebody
redo
hit
this.
Somebody hit the music.
Somebody insert a funny Joe Dirt quote. I'm not leaving. We're still live. Babylon 2.0. We're not going anywhere. We're still here. Woo! Y'all aren't ready. I'm just kidding. I'm not